What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 19 of the Hive Mind podcast. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, all of the things, so check us out wherever you want to watch us. Let's get into it. Anything interesting happen in the IRL of dopamine this week?
I've been trying the Trump food plan with my wife this week.
Did you
I tried today.
do it as a gag?
No. You know what the Trump food plan is? So
No.
she
Oh, I thought you
doesn't-
meant like the Trump steaks.
Oh no. I'm pretty sure that's bankrupt, by the way. I don't think those are around anymore, are they?
I don't think so either.
Yeah, no. No, what I've been doing is so she doesn't like certain things that I really like. For instance, like grilled like hot Italian sausage and shit like that. So today, what I've been doing, or this week actually, I've been just saying, no, you like it. It's good. You'll try it, and you'll like it. Just like Trump says when someone's like, how about the Mexicans? Why do they hate you? And Trump's like, I'm doing very well with the Mexicans. And he just keeps saying it until you finally just fucking give in. And you're like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe he is doing well with the Mexicans. I've been trying the Trump Mexican plan with her food. Just saying like, no, those are your favorite. you really like them.
It's going to be great.
You really like it.
It's
It's
going to be
gonna
huge.
be great. It's going to be the best thing you've ever fucking had in your entire
It's
life.
going to be fantastic.
You're a fan of it.
Great people.
It doesn't really work. But I'm working on it. I believe in Trump, so I'm gonna execute it. That's what I've been doing, and realizing that. So, when you have a kid, your kid does like a breakthrough thing that you think is pretty cute or whatever, or like a milestone. The kid will all of a sudden take the thing that you found like cute or interesting
Beat the shit out of it.
and make it the most annoying thing
Yeah.
that you hate. I don't know if I said this last week, but she learned how to kind of do like a little raspberry, like a like that.
And now
So-
she just won't stop doing it.
So she did it, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!" You know, she's really young, like smart, whatever. Now, like fucking 3 a.m, she'll wake up and want food, and just go like for a fucking crib, and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up!"
My parents said that one of the things I did when I was a baby is that my crib was next to the wall, and
Right.
one day I was beating on the wall like just with my hands, just really loud, and then they came in and they started laughing, and then that like set me off, and I like just for a year would just beat on on the walls
Nice,
because I thought it was like hilarious or something.
nice. I usually beat in my computer room as an adult, not on the walls though.
Yeah, nothing too interesting in my real life this week. Nothing I can think of. I was fucking pissed I didn't get my Taco Bell today.
Well,
I
wait, is it Taco Bell day for you or something?
I usually eat Taco Bell on the weekends because
Oh, okay.
I only eat twice a day on the weekends because I skip breakfast. I usually get Taco Bell, but you know, fucking Easter. Apparently Taco Bell is closed for Easter, and so is Wendy's, my backup plan. So I had to go to McDonald's instead. What a bullshit
isn't-
holiday.
What, Easter?
Yeah,
Yeah, but you don't love Jesus.
no,
People,
I don't.
people that do. But I mean, like, so I thought that too. Like, so she was like irritated that we couldn't go get. No, I didn't think that, but she was irritated that couldn't go get food, and she's like, I don't know. It's like, well, I mean, I guess places are open. It's like, you know, I mean, Easter is like a Christian thing, and she's like, yeah, but so is Christmas, and everybody closes for Christmas. And I'm like, all right, fair point.
Christmas makes sense because that's like a worldwide commercial holiday, whether you celebrate the Jesus part or not. Easter is just dog shit. Like, it's fucking dumb.
I guess.
Like,
I mean-
Christmas is a worldwide global economic phenomenon. Easter is a fucking bunny and candy. Why is shit closed?
The funny thing is that not many people know why it's a bunny and candy, and when they learn the reason
It's
for it, they're-
isn't it pagan shit, right?
yeah, fertility. So it's just kind of weird that people
Whatever.
embrace
It's all
those
stupid
symbols.
as fuck.
So we took the I agree with you that places shouldn't really be closed, but hey, I get a 3-day weekend on Easter, so I'm not gonna complain about it.
Oh, I wonder if
But
I
we're
get
not
paid.
we're
Oh
what I
no,
think
we're
is-
closed on Sunday anyway. Never mind. I don't get paid.
Right. What I think is dumb though is like, well, I don't think it's dumb, but those people that just go to church only on Easter and Christmas, like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
you're
that's
not
fucking gay.
religious.
Yeah,
Stop.
quit being a
Stop
poser.
pretending. Yeah, exactly. So, but anyway,
Just be a
what was
real atheist like the rest of us. You're just too fucking. You don't have any balls.
right. What was I gonna say, man? I forgot. Oh, Easter. I don't remember. We were closed. Fuck, I don't know. I forgot now. I don't know what I was gonna fucking say. It
Nice.
was something about the holiday and I can 3-day weekend. I don't know.
I didn't even realize today was Easter until I got a text message from my mom saying Happy Easter. I was like, oh
Oh,
yeah, that's a
I
thing.
know what I was gonna say. We took our kid to her first. She's never really been outside. Like she's been to the doctor and like shit like that, into the grocery store, but not like really for like an outdoor activity because she was a winter kid. So I mean, whatever. So we took her to a botanical garden yesterday in Richmond because they had an Easter bunny, and like she was all like, my wife was all crazy about getting pictures taken, and I don't understand the whole picture craze. Like I'm not picture crazy, but she's like, we have to get her picture taken with the Easter bunny.
I fucking hate taking pictures in real life.
Yeah, I do too.
That's the most irritating shit. Is when you're like getting ready to leave, like from your grandparents' house, and like let's get a picture. It's like fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't take a picture with the Easter bunny, but she
Yeah,
got
you
one of
did.
the
Don't lie.
she got one with the baby and the Easter bunny, and it's really funny because number one, it was the creepiest fucking Easter bunny I've ever seen. Had like little crazy whiskers and like, dude, it looked like an evil fucking rabbit. And the second thing is that I'm pretty sure it was a dude who just like they probably found a homeless guy and put him in a bunny suit at this place because like he was not loving his life. But anyway, I sat her on his lap, and like the way that he was like, I guess he's not. I guess a full-on fucking rabbit suit isn't really conducive to holding like infants, because like the way he was holding her, like I took a picture and it looks like he's trying to smother her with his fucking stupid paw. Like he looks like he's trying to murder her, which actually makes it funny. But anyway, that's what we did yesterday, and then I guess that tired her out because she's been like hungover since we did that. So yeah, good times. But that's the shit I did. That and I hit max level in the division yesterday. By the way,
Cool. You
finally.
gonna return to the game now?
No, dude, no, wait, no. Now I don't have to worry about all that leveling bullshit. Now I just can go in and play it for like what it is, like a 15 to 30 minute stints of dark zoning to get better gear. But maybe I'm just see. It might be a console thing or versus a PC thing, or it might just be that I'm bad. But the very like last like half, I guess the back half of the PvE story in that game is not the easiest thing in the world as a solo player. Like it's pretty challenging. Like you get flanked on like multiple sides by like elites that don't go down very easily and can basically almost one shot you. Uh, Pretty challenging on PS4. I imagine it would be a lot easier on PC because you can headshot a lot easier. But
Yeah.
it was tough, dude. I did the last mission today, the last story mission in the division, and I won't spoil it for anybody in case they're gonna do it, but it's fucking cool. And like that, the last mission in the division should be like they made the whole game, where it's not just shooting dudes in hoodies. But no, man, I'm digging it. What about you? You still playing? You played Paragon all week?
I haven't played Paragon that much at all, really. I think I don't even have the characters I like unlocked yet. Like I don't have Feng Mao or Grux even unlocked yet, which I think is a fucking big mistake by them to not unlock the two melee characters, like at least early.
Well, since we didn't talk about Paragon this week, I think we should take a second and talk about it.
Sure.
So, number one, you talk about melee characters in that game. Rampage is fucking garbage, in my own opinion.
I don't like him that much, but I don't know if he's garbage. I've seen some people do. Like at the Paragon event when one of the developers was playing him, he just was like the most annoying shit ever.
Exactly. But he does no fucking damage. The only thing he does is he gets like 10% health.
Well, he's a tank.
Pops his ultimate, and then shits back up to 75% health, and then never goes down. And then eventually whittles down, and then fucking... I don't know, dude. Not a fan
The
of
steel
that
character's the same way.
Yeah, but the steel character, like with the little rush and things that he can do, like he can be a little more irritating, I think, than again. This
I don't know.
comes from
I think
like
that
a week of this game.
What's his name is fucking irritating too.
What, Rampage?
Yeah, because he's got the boulder stun and the leap, and I don't know.
Yeah. The game to me does it. So now that I've played it a little bit, it doesn't feel as this way. But when I first started playing it, it felt very slow to me. Like I don't. What would they lose if they just let you like sprint with a stamina bar? Because like the way you sprint, right, is that little movement shit that you have to like.
Yeah, the travel mode is what they call it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But it's not very like. I don't know. You have to act. It's like a toggle, and then there's like a cooldown on it, and then as soon as you do anything, you pop out of it. I mean, I feel like just giving you like a shift to sprint modifier with a stamina bar would make the game play faster. Like it doesn't feel kind of slow to you a little bit.
I see where you're coming from, but I think they wanted it to still be like a MOBA. And I think if things got too fast, it might not feel like it anymore. I'm sure they have a good reason, but I don't think it's like overly slow. I mean, yeah, sometimes when you're like your character looks like he's walking with a stick up his ass sometimes, depending on which character you're playing when you're not in travel mode. But I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I don't know if that would be a good thing to make the game faster or not.
Because I don't really even find like jump. I don't even really find jump like all that useful at all. Like really for anything that I've done, I don't really see a need to jump anywhere or at any time. I don't know. I've played everybody because I figured I'd owe it to myself to at least try all the characters. And I will say,
so you're actually like, you've played a lot more than I have then.
I've sunk some time into it. I downloaded it on PlayStation, and I think we did talk about the fact that the account
and Overwatch is not fucking doing that. Those faggots.
No, it's AIDS. Like I
That's so
want
gay.
to buy it on both, but I like really don't want to.
So I would be kind of okay if you still have to buy it on both and your progress transferred, because I kind of want to try it out on consoles just because I feel like the people on console are going to be shit. But the unlocks don't transfer either.
Right.
Like the PS4 is completely separate from the PC, which is AIDS, because I want to play on both. God damn it! I don't mind if I have to buy the game twice, but I'd like for it to transfer. Like, how is that hard? That can't be that hard.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
I think it's just actual garbage, just laziness.
I think it's greed, to be honest.
Well, I don't think it's greed that the progress doesn't transfer. It would make sense for it to be greed that you had to buy the game twice. That I could actually understand. But like, why the stuff doesn't transfer? I don't know. Like, it's gonna keep me from spending money on the game. Like, I'll buy the game twice. Like, if I do decide to play it on console, that I'll do. But I won't buy anything extra because it won't transfer. Whereas I probably would have.
Blizzard has the highest quality games for sure, but they definitely do not have the best in class customer friendly fucking policies. Blizzard is all about the fucking money. Like, I don't think anybody can disagree with that that's ever been involved with like Blizzard and Blizzard products. Like, I mean, so it is what it is. I mean, like, yes, they could make it a lot better, but they don't want to.
I'm just saying that they're gonna not make as much money off me because of that decision. Like, if the stuff, like, I'm not gonna buy any of the costumes or any of the like extra stuff that I maybe would have bought, just because it doesn't transfer. And I'm not somebody that's like really stingy with my money when it comes to video games. Like, I don't mind dropping $500 on the Crowfall Kickstarter or whatever if I'm into something, and I'm having fun playing it. But dude, like that I don't know, just shitty taste in my mouth.
I think the idea with Overwatch, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can unlock everything just by playing.
You can.
I don't think you have to buy anything with like the.
You can, but I mean, I might have sunk some money into the game at some point. You know, if I was having a lot of fun playing it, I might.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get why they don't have cross play, but
yeah, I get why they don't have cross play, but the not having the progression be cross platform, I think is just complete shit.
Yeah, well, you never know. They might
do it later, but
special infrastructure too. You mean, you know?
Like, I'm sure it does take some infrastructure to get that in place, but it can't be that hard. Like, it just really can't be that hard to say, like, look, this guy's got this skin on this account. Why don't we just have that mirrored over to the PC or the console?
With, Diablo 3, like Diablo 3 on PS4 is broken because they did all of the character and item information is stored console side, not server side.
Well, that's dumb as fuck.
so what happens is you've got people that put their save on a USB, put it on a computer, modify the gear, put it back in their PS4, and then have like a legitimately broken, hacked gear doing like
Well, why on fucking earth? Like I like as soon as you said that, I knew that was a bad idea.
right. I don't know why. Again, that might be one of the reasons. That they might just not have whatever. But I mean, they're Activision and they've got more money than God. So I would hope that at some point they start making shit a little more customer friendly. But yeah, like back to Paragon. I actually, who I settled on in Paragon was I'm like level 8 or 9, so I did unlock Kallari and Grux and all those Feng Mao. Howitzer is my shit, dude. Like, I don't know what it is about that character in that game, but like that, all of his skills are actually like fun to me. Like some of the characters, like I feel like they don't have like their repertoire.
Can you do like rocket jumps with that character too? Like you can like do like physics based things.
Yeah, like his ultimate, he shoots up in the air and then like shits on everybody with like a rain of missiles. And then you can, while you're in the air, launch a single missile that does like AoE damage too. So I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I just remember overhearing one of the devs say that Howitzer has like little physics-based things, little tricks that he can do to like make like shoot himself up in the air. It's not like actually a skill. Like, are you familiar with like rocket jumping in TF2? Like an unintended mechanic that's like just something cool you can do. No, apparently, there's some stuff like that with Howitzer, where if you like use your abilities a certain way, you can do creative things with it. But no, I haven't actually tried him out yet. My favorite character is Feng Mao. He is my shit.
I haven't actually. Cool I haven't actually. That was one. I haven't tried him or Grux yet.
Yeah, Feng Mao and Grux are my two favorites. Grux is like the snowball champion. Like if you get off to a good start with him, he just becomes a god.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not a huge MOBA guy. I haven't put too much time into that game.
I thought this was like your favorite, like.
It is my favorite MOBA.
Favorite MOBA. Okay, I got it.
It's a good game. I like the game. Right. There's actually a fucking sick video. Have you seen the theater mode system in that game?
No.
Here, I'll show you this video. I think it's on the. I bookmarked it somewhere. Fuck, where is it? God damn it. God damn it. Anyway, whatever. Fuck it. I'll find it in a second. Go on.
I mean that's pretty much it. I don't feel like I'm gonna play like a shit ton of it. But just when I want to like dick around for a few minutes and play a game, it's I agree with you. Like I thought you were more into it, but it's definitely like of all. I'm not a big MOBA guy. Like
that's my thing. Yeah, I like it as it is my favorite MOBA, but it's a MOBA still, and I'm not a huge MOBA guy. Right. I just don't have a lot of time right now. Like I'm like. It's like the opposite of what it used to be for me in terms of free time. Like if Paragon was out when I was still doing YouTube full time, I'd be playing it like a ton. But now I don't know, man. Yeah. Like I just don't have the time. I'd say I feel like such a shithead for saying that because I always used to give other people shit about saying that they don't have time for stuff. Because like you have time, you'll make time, but I don't fucking have time now.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna find this video. I've got it. I'm in the playlist that I put it in. Come on. God damn it, YouTube. What the fuck? The YouTube playlists are like so slow. Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck this thing.
You alright, buddy? Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, it's just irritating that YouTube is deciding to be a piece of shit when I want to like find a video.
It's all good. It's all good. If we planned out our podcast, we would actually know where videos are, but we don't. It's all good.
Now YouTube is loading it. Here we go. I found it. Okay. Paragon Epic Kallari montage. Look at this shit. Boom. Look at the theater mode that is in this game. That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, okay.
Just wait. It gets like this whole video is just like eye candy for the Paragon theater mode and what you can do with it. Like this blows the fuck out of I'm pretty sure all of the theater modes in other MOBAs.
The other thing is like, why is this the only map? Like, do other MOBAs have more maps?
No, that's like the whole thing. Like League of Legends is the same map every time,
Wait,
unless you're playing a different game mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's fucking stupid. There's got to be a MOBA that has more than fucking one map.
I'm sure there are. I'm sure that there are multiple League of
Heroes?
Legends maps, but from my understanding, the only time the map is different is if it's a different game mode completely.
Oh, okay. All right, well, whatever.
That's like part of the like staple of the MOBA is like that, you know, all of this stuff is the same, but yet the games play out so differently based on the stuff that happens.
Right. Yeah. So anyway, we'll see. What the hell? New heroes every 3 weeks. Severog. That dude looks pretty fucking cool. I mean, the graphics are good too. You know. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely the best looking game. And when I was talking to the developers at Epic Games, they kind of have a big incentive to make their games look amazing, because I'm pretty sure that the majority of Epic Games, the money they make, comes from the Unreal Engine and them licensing that to other developers. So if their kick-ass MOBA looks amazing, it helps sell the Unreal Engine as well.
right. Yeah, I can see that.
And dude, that's one of the best looking games out right now, in my opinion. Paragon looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, you want to switch topics? There's a big elephant in the room that I don't want to get to quite yet. But I've got a fun topic.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the Microsoft Tay Tweets?
Oh my god, dude!
That
I saw
shit-
you
dude.
tweeted that out.
That is one of the funniest fucking things that's happened on the internet in my lifetime, in my opinion. That shit is fucking hilarious.
You need to tell the people what it is, because most people won't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so Microsoft developed an artificial Twitter AI that is supposed to be like Siri, where you can ask questions and talk to it, and it has responses, and it learns things about you and things about like how to, you know, it learns about you through conversation. Well, as soon as Microsoft came out with this, people on 4chan and all of these other devious websites decided to flood this thing's Twitter with a whole bunch of racist shit, and the official Microsoft Twitter AI started going on a racist like tirade, saying like,
no, they made it into a raging pro-Hitler anti-Semite.
dude, the
bot.
things this thing was saying are absurd. Like, one of the tweets was, gas the kikes, race war now. Like, I actually wrote all these down in my phone. Hitler would have done a better job than the monkey we have now. Donald Trump is our only hope. Quote, repeat after me. Hitler did nothing wrong. She called her followers daddy and asked them to fuck her. This is the best one. Somebody asked if she thought that Ted Cruze was the Zodiac killer, and her response was, Ted Cruze is the Cuban Hitler. He blames others for all the problems. That's what I've heard others say.
Dude,
It's
isn't
excellent.
it like, that's crazy.
Did you see what I linked? That
Oh, yeah.
image compilation?
Oh yeah, yeah. Those, dude. I read like all of them.
Dude,
And then
I showed that
really
to my
wanted
dad,
it
and
to
he
be
was almost
online, but they took
crying.
it down.
Say again?
Said I really wanted it to be online, but they fucking took it down.
Yeah, oh yeah. And if you couldn't guess, Microsoft took this shit down within like 20 hours because it was on a racist tirade.
Then I saw one guy was like, and you guys aren't scared for the future of AI. Like, it took the internet less than 24 hours to turn an innocent teen girl into a fucking, what did it say? Like, pro-Hitler fucking racist.
Here's one of the
guys are like-
conversations. Someone asks, did the Jews do 9/11? And TayTweets responds, any acts of violence are absolutely terrible. Are you scared of a terrorist attack in your country? The guy responds back, is that a threat? She responds back, no, it's a promise.
Dude.
What
Yeah,
do you
it's
think
pretty
about
funny.
Turkey? She responds, it's the bomb. What do you think of Belgium? they got what they deserved? What the fuck?
It's so good. I like
Have you
that
read
this
Mein
guy
Kampf?
just tweets her a picture. No, listen. This guy just tweets her a picture of fucking Hitler. She circles his face and puts swag alert. Swagger since before internet was even a thing.
Dude, that's so fucking good, man. You know what? I kind of feel bad for the people at Microsoft because they were probably like really hyped up to release this thing, and you know they probably did all sorts of
And it
tests
was a lot of work, though.
and you know they probably put a lot of work into this thing, and some assholes on 4chan just completely ruined it.
Of course. But
It's
if
so
your shit
fucking
can pass
funny,
the
though.
internet, if your shit can pass the internet, though, I mean, that is the ultimate test. Is you put it online, and you know what's crazy,
Failed
dude? Like,
miserably.
do what?
I said it failed miserably when it came to the internet test.
Yeah, right.
I really wonder what the boardroom meeting was like when they decided to shut this thing down. They're like, because it didn't even last a day.
Well, I mean, I'm sure that it was like, well, we fucked up. Like, I mean, what are you gonna say? Like, I mean, it's Microsoft though. It's not like it's some little small company, but I mean, they're probably a bunch of shit meetings that you don't want to.
That's just what makes it so funny is that this was happening on an official Microsoft verified Twitter. Like, this wasn't just some random Twitter. This was like the real deal, and Twitter like made a big deal about it, and it just went horribly wrong.
I mean, yeah. The internet, dude, like, people on the internet can find some crazy shit. Like, you saw that, like, Anonymous hacked Trump, right? So,
no, I didn't.
That happened. Yeah, they gave out his, like, social and, like, his personal cell phone number. And, like, he obviously had to shut off his fucking phone, but, like, so the internet did that. And then, with I'm obviously familiar with, like, the FBI Apple hacking thing.
Yeah.
So apparently Apple or the FBI found a company to like help them hack the phone.
No,
so
it was like Israel. It was like some
right, but
yeah.
The fucking internet found it, like found the contract between FBI and this Israeli company called Celebrate for like 15. They found like the PO basically, the $15,000 purchase order for like dude, it's crazy. Like, I mean, fucking Hillary Clinton's retarded because the internet will find everything about you, ever. Which is why, after doing this podcast, I can no longer run for office in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I don't know. Donald Trump is doing it. He's got like a million skeletons in his closet, and no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, that is true. Although,
like, apparently, like in his books. Yeah, like apparently in his books he like writes in like deep detail about how he cheated on like all of his wives like multiple times and he just didn't give a fuck, and that's only gonna help him.
I mean, I thought about reading The Art of the Deal just to like get some insight into like his actual brain when it's not on like, public political mode, like, trying to quote unquote censor himself, like what he actually thinks. I thought about actually reading his book just to see like what he's about, but that's only if he actually does emerge the front runner.
Well, I mean, he is the
Cruz,
front runner.
man, they're going toe to toe though.
Well, apparently Ted Cruze has got that sex scandal thing that I cannot wait for. It's going to be fucking hilarious. I fucking love this political season, whatever you call it.
Who would fuck Ted Cruze? Seriously.
I don't know.
How much money would it take for you to fuck Ted Cruze?
A lot. Are we actually gonna like go on this depressing road?
I want you to answer this. You have to bang Ted Cruze doggy style to completion. How much money?
It's $1 million. I don't know.
$1 million? Oh my god.
See, this is depressing because then he goes down to $100,000, and I'd probably still do it for $100,000. Like, I don't know. It's fucking depressing. It's dark.
It's depressing. The thought of you fucking Ted Cruz's hairy ass depresses you. The thought of being rich makes me happy.
The thought of the fact that I do it for like some non-mythical amount of money.
That depresses you.
Yeah.
The realization that your dignity can be bought for not that much.
Yeah.
For more money for less money than fucking Mark Cuban walks around with in his wallet. We'll buy your dignity.
Yeah.
I got.
That's what makes it dark.
That doesn't depress me. That doesn't depress me at all. I don't think
but
about
imagine,
it all
like,
the time.
what if you did fuck Ted Cruz in the ass, and then you could have, like, a tell-all interview with Donald Trump and, like, some stupid bitch from 60 Minutes. Then you get to be a part of this, like, epic meme that's going to be unfolding beneath our eyes in the next 2 weeks.
Right. The Ted Cruz thing?
Yeah. Yeah, imagine, like, being at a Trump rally and, like, Donald Trump calls you up on stage, like, this man fucked Ted Cruz in the ass, and all the Trump supporters were like, woo! It would happen.
I definitely think so.
So you gotta think of the benefits of fucking Ted Cruz in the ass too. The intangible value.
Do you think that? I mean, because you had your opinion about nudes helping your career if you're Aaron Andrews. Do you think fucking Ted Cruz in the ass helps your personal career if you're not a politician?
I'm gonna go no. I don't think me fucking Ted Cruz in the ass is gonna get me anywhere other than some epic lulz and maybe some top tier memes.
Well, I mean, do it all for the memes, dude. Speaking of, did you see the back and forth between Trump and Cruz about, like, their wives?
Yes. Fantastic.
So, like, yeah, so apparently Cruz is, like, post some shit about, what is her name? Melania? Melanina?
No, it's definitely not that.
What is her fucking name? It's, hang on.
Malaria. Is it Melena?
Trump.
No, that's Melena Morgan, the fucking porn star. Big fan.
Melania.
It's Melania. That's what it is.
Melania. Okay. So apparently,
people
like,
probably think we're so fucking dumb.
Whatever, dude. I don't have like a fucking mail order. I don't have like a mail order Russian bitch fucking wife, dude. I mean. Hang on. Nude photos. Let's see if this comes up with anything.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, yep. It definitely did come up with something. So anyway, apparently Ted Cruz made some shit about, like, her nude photo shoot. And Trump's response. Did you see the fucking meme that Trump retweeted?
Yeah. He's like, dude, I just love that he's actually retweeting memes. Like, that's fucking great. Like, what a time to be alive.
Here it is. So let me just cut it for.
I don't have a link to it. I have to find it. But
so he retweeted that. No need to spill the beans. Images are worth 1,000 words. And he posted a picture of his wife on the right and fucking Heidi Cruz on the left.
Who looks like something out of the fucking Exorcist.
Dude, seriously. And then Ted Cruz is like, only a coward attacks women, Donald. Your wife is a lovely lady, and Heidi is the love of my life.
Apparently, Ted Cruz's wife is a fucking lunatic.
Dude, look at her, dude. Look at those teeth. That's ridiculous. That's like when you get really angry and grind your teeth all the time, and that's what you fucking get.
Well, no, apparently she's actually a fucking crazy person and tried to, like, kill herself and, like, jump in front of a bus or some shit. Apparently she's actually a loony.
I'm pretty sure you probably made that up.
No, I didn't.
She tried to... Okay, hang on.
I didn't.
I'm going to Google this. Hang on. Did Heidi Cruz try to throw herself in front of...
I don't know if it was in front of a bus, but I know she tried to kill herself. I think it was a bus. I fucking don't know.
Cop thought Ted Cruz's wife was, quote, danger to herself when he found her on an expressway with her head in her hands 10 years ago. She suffered from a brief bout of depression 10 years ago. Oh. Well, anyway. She's not like a fucking... Like, if you look at this picture, like... She's not like... I mean, that was like the worst picture ever. But if you look at like this article that I just found... Like, she doesn't look like that bad, really. I mean, she certainly looks better than fucking Ted Cruz.
Yeah, that's the image that Ted Cruz's super PAC tweeted out. Or not tweeted out, put on Facebook as an ad. Which is not... That kind of shit is only going to help Trump. Like, that doesn't hurt Trump at all. That actually helps him. Because the whole thing with Trump is, like, that he's, like, this big winner. And when it comes to, like, his fucking wife... that only shows that he's a great negotiator because Donald Trump is a fucking goblin. He's like the Goblin King, and his wife is like super fucking hot, and he's 70. That's what people don't know about Trump. He's like almost 70.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he won the whole wife wars. Like, he won. It's not even a contest.
Yeah, but I mean, what are we gonna have some Russian like fucking like
why not?
Realize what you're saying. If Donald Trump wins the fucking presidency, the first lady of the United States of America will be some mail order Russian bitch whose nudes are all over the internet. Like,
I love it.
He will be the first president
whose
wife has nudes. Like, can you imagine if fucking like Michelle fucking Obama had nudes on the internet? Like, that would be. First of all, did you see that somebody posted a meme of Michelle Obama and it was said and it was hang on, let me find this. Michelle Obama, like, I'm not gonna. It was a fucking sick burn about meme. So it was like, it was this picture right here, and I can't find the meme, but it was this picture right here, and it said like,
oh my God,
Michelle Obama won like one of the top most beautiful women in the world award. What did it say? It was like from who? National Geographic or some shit like that. It was like a sick fucking.
So you know Joan Rivers, the female comedian that died somewhat recently.
Yeah.
So she had this thing where she called. She said that the first lady looked like an ape.
Oh,
and then in an interview they confronted her about it, and she's like, and they were like, so Joan, your comments about the first lady, what were you thinking? And she's like, I don't know. I mean, have you seen her? She really does look like I just love how she just doubled down on it. It's fucking great.
Yeah, but when you're Joan Rivers and what is she, like 95 years old? Like, zero fucks.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought that was funny as fuck that she doubled down on it, because like this interviewer like had her and thought she like had her in a fucking corner, and she just doubled down on it.
That's what you gotta do. Like, I think too many like.
That's why Trump is doing so well. He's like, fuck it, man, whatever.
Yeah, I think too many people, like political figures or even like public figures, when they get confronted by like the media and like social justice people that say like, you offended me, they're like, oh my God, we need to issue an apology and blah, blah, blah. Fuck that, dude. I wish more people would just be like, yeah, I mean, I said it. Like, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like,
that's why Trump's doing it. Like the whole Trump thing with Megyn Kelly back this summer, which was fucking top tier keckage.
You mean the bimbo thing?
The one where Megyn Kelly at that Fox debate was like, so Donald Trump, you've called the women pigs and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, I only said that about Rosie. And the whole fucking place went crazy. Like, that is like, that's like one of his defining moments. Like, when we think back, like, after Trump becomes king, to like his rise to power, that will be like one of the key moments. Like that epic burn.
Yeah. It's gonna be good, man. Speaking of people, did you see your boy Bernie had a clean sweep yesterday?
With what?
Bernie, dude. He won.
He won a whole bunch of states that don't fucking matter. Right?
They matter. They cut her lead, dude. Like, first of all,
well, doesn't he have to do that in like every state now to win?
He only needs to win. He needs to win. I think it's 57% of everything else to actually get the nomination. I mean, it's not like, yeah. I mean, if you read any news outlet or media or fucking blog or anything, of course they're going to be like, it's mathematically possible, but it'll never in a million years happen. He's already lost and blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, dude, it's possible. Like, it's possible that Ted Cruze could fucking sweep the thing out from under Donald Trump, I guess.
Yeah. From what I've been reading is that if Bernie Sanders comes back and wins, it will be like the upset of of forever. Like, the biggest one ever.
Yeah, of course. And you know, like, I was reading a thing about Bernie or bust people too that say like, if he ever like tried to run with Clinton, like they would just lose all respect for him. And like, there are a lot of people that are like either Bernie or we're not voting for the fucking Democrat.
Yeah, I don't think Hillary Clinton's going to be able to mop up those Bernie supporters like I think Trump will mop up. I think Trump's going to probably mop up a lot of Bernie supporters. I know people like are probably think I'm crazy for thinking that, but I feel like a lot of the people that are for Bernie are just against the establishment,
Right.
which Trump is.
Trump is the establishment?
No, Trump is not the establishment.
Oh, okay.
I was saying
You're
a lot
saying,
of the Bernie supporters are against the establishment, which Hillary Clinton obviously is.
oh, Clinton is, yeah.
And I think that Ted Cruze's followers will go to Trump too. I don't think that's as big of a leap as the Bernie people to Hillary.
Yeah, Cruz is crazy though. I just hope that if we end up electing Hillary, like she wants to go to war with everybody. So I only thing is if we end up electing Hillary, I sincerely hope that she actually goes over and just fucking makes North Korea into like a fucking cornfield. Like just fucking obliterates the entire country of North Korea. Like get out the like four people that are like good citizens that are like oppressed and shit like that. Put them in South Korea and then just like completely just wreck North. Like, does North Korea not bother you at all? Like that little fat fucking clown fucking.
No, they don't really bother. Not really. I mean, they're just like I don't know. They're just like a fucking anthill that we could like quite obviously just crush, but we fucking don't because
for some
whatever reason.
For some reason, like they had that idiot that went over there and then that's to study like politics or some shit, and they arrested him for like 15 years. I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah, he went to UVA.
Yeah, they just had another fucking idiot go over there, and I did something. I forget.
Why? Why are people going over there?
If
That's
you're not
the last place I'd want to take a vacation.
If you're not Dennis Rodman, you shouldn't go to North Korea. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like you shouldn't.
So fucking dumb.
Oh, it's
Bunch
for
of fucking
spying.
retards.
That's what they got him for. Was for spying, quote unquote. Which is could be anything, dude. You know, that's just some like thing. But yeah, I mean, I that's the only thing. I hope if we elect Hillary Clinton that she'll wipe out North Korea. If she does that, then yeah, I guess we can deal with her for 4 years. But yeah, man.
So you want to talk about the fucking elephant in the room?
Which is what?
That whole like Brussels thing.
Oh, I didn't even have that on my list of shit to talk about. I guess that happened.
Yeah, it's a
like,
pretty major world event that happened this week.
Why is it in the elephant in the room?
Oh, you didn't. Oh, I got into like a fucking Twitter war.
Wait, really?
Yeah, are you familiar with Trade Chat?
Oh, Panzer, yeah.
Yeah, no, Twitter war.
I got into a fight with her too. What was your fight about? Brussels?
Yeah.
Let me read your fight. Where
All right.
is it?
I'll link it. I had this on the fucking ready. Oh shit! I just lost the link because I accidentally. God damn it!
Well, while you're looking that up, did I tell you that I tried? Actually, we could talk about it in a second. But I tried VR porn for the first time this week.
I heard that there was like a free trial on Pornhub or some shit.
I didn't do a big site, so I was on Twitter. And let's come back to your Twitter fight, by the way.
Okay.
But I was on Twitter and I follow this porn star named like Sylvia Ruby. She's not hot at all. She has like fucking size A titties, but she's like tattooed, and she made a video with Bonnie Rotten. I don't know if you know who Bonnie Rotten is, but she's like the tattoo.
I actually think I'm familiar with that name.
Yeah, she has like spider webs on her fucking nips, and she's got like a zombie.
Okay, I don't think so then. Probably not.
Yeah,
I've heard the name, I think.
Just Google it. I promise you that you've seen her before. But anyway, she made a video with her called like I think something in Mallorca, Spain, and she banged this. Anyway, so I follow this chick, and apparently there's a small Spanish startup company called Virtual Taboo, I think, or Virtua Taboo or something like that. And she retweeted. Oh my god, dude, that's funny. I just found something on there. Anyway, she retweeted this ad from this company, and it's like a small like VR porn startup company. So it was like free trial or whatever. So I went to I think it was Virtual Taboo, and I went on there and I downloaded because I told you I had a Gear right for my phone.
Yeah.
Like a Gear VR. So I downloaded it and it's a movie. so it's not like a VR. Like I'm sure that they'll do one that are like experiences, but this one's just like a movie. So you're fixed. Like your location in this film is fixed, and like what it is basically it's a 2D movie, but what they do is it's 180 degrees of view, so you can look right and look left basically to your sides, and that's like new content. But if you actually turn all the way around, it's a mirror image of the video. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So like
It's
the
like
chicks
fucking. It's like Pac-Man, where you fucking go off the side of the screen and come back around. Yeah.
yeah, so like the chick's in front of you, but if you turn around, she'll be right there, which
Yeah.
is weird. But so anyway, so the only thing that was weird about it, so I actually I didn't like beat it to this porn. I just watched it for like 45 seconds just to see what it was like. But before work one morning, actually, I think it was Monday. So you load it up and you're sitting in this like chair, and it's filmed. The only thing that was weird though is it's filmed from the point of view of like a fucking like midget, like you're fucking Tyrion Lannister watching this. Like, because you're like, you look over and you're like the same height as the doorknob, which is fucking weird. So anyway, and then this chick like walks over to you,
It's
and it's
funny.
like,
I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's funny.
yeah, this chick like walks over to you, and she's like fucking massive. She looks like she's like 7.5 foot, fucking 8 foot tall, because you're so short, you know. So, well, actually, I think they filmed it like crotch height, which, if you think about it, makes sense, sort of. That you get you'd rather want to look at it. You don't want to have to like look down their fucking crotch because you can't move. So it actually does make sense that you would want to be crotch level and look up at her eyeballs because those are of less importance. So anyway, but so you're watching this like gargantuan beast of a woman like come over, and it basically was like a lap dance like striptease show. But I gotta tell you, man, like for a little bit of it that I watched, and I downloaded like 2 other free trial clips just to like watch them, just to see like, because I didn't want to see like a strip show. I actually wanted to see like people banging and stuff. I gotta tell you, like I think that's gonna be like the future of porn, dude. Honestly, like it was so much better than regular porn. Like
I feel like VR porn has way more legs than VR gaming. I think in terms of being a commercial success, I think VR porn has got way more of a chance.
I'm telling you, though,
I just think VR experiences are going to be much more like consumer friendly than VR interaction.
I tell you the other thing that's going to be big VR. Anything that's like a point of view to it, like flying or I
think like military training and simulation, that kind of stuff VR will do well for as well.
Right, you imagine like you know that movie that's coming out? It's like the action movie where it's filmed.
That's the number one thing I think VR is going to be good for is movies. Like imagine watching Star Wars in VR, and like you can like look around the battlefield or something. Like that'd be fucking so sick.
Right, but you know what I'm saying? You know that movie that I'm talking about? It's filmed in first person. It's coming out.
I saw like an Xbox ad for that.
Yeah, what is it? New first-person movie. Hardcore Henry. That's what it's called, and it's filmed in like first person. You imagine like that movie where you can actually like look around and shit. Like it's gonna be pretty pimp. So I'm excited for it. But yeah, man, if we ever do hang out, I'll give you my fucking gear or my Rift. Yeah. And you can watch a striptease video on your phone. But it's good. It's good stuff.
I like that Twitter conversation I had. I feel like I completely like destroyed.
All right, let me read it because I haven't read this.
You can read out. I can't read out loud. I'm like actually retarded at it.
We've already established that.
Scroll up to start at the top. The top. Okay.
I know how to calm down.
All right.
I haven't read this before, so I wonder which religion is responsible for the attacks in Brussels. Probably the Scientologists, because it's okay to criticize them, right?
Boom. Okay. I think that was a fucking heavy hitter.
Was it?
Yeah, because everybody, it's 100% okay to shit on Scientology, right? Because everybody's like, oh, that's the crazy religion. Tom Cruise is crazy. They just make that shit up and scam people, right? That's like the religion that everybody's just A-okay with shitting on because it's completely ridiculous and stupid. But if you say that about Islam, you're a fucking racist. What?
Yeah, but so is Mormonism.
Not to the extent that science. Like, you see what I mean, though? Scientology is
Yeah, I
like
got it.
the number one thing that's okay to shit on, and it's a religion just like Islam is, and it's a-okay to shit on all the shortcomings of Scientology, but if you say that about Islam, you're a fucking racist.
No, I got it. All right, let me keep reading it. I probably would have read that and just kept scrolling, though, because I don't think it triggered, like, deep thought for me. But let's see what you get into. Then you get a response. The point is you can't blame hundreds of millions for the action of a few. It has nothing to do with what religion it is. And that's Dragon Slayer IRL. Okay? And then we get a response. Obviously, but to say that Islam isn't significantly more problematic is a lie. Video explaining. Okay? Scene video really doesn't matter. If we want religious freedom, then we have to accept that they definitely bring some issues.
Which is ridiculous.
Okay.
I think that's a ridiculous response, saying, if we want religious freedom, that means we have to accept these crazy fucking people.
Yeah, hang on. All right, yeah. So then there's a big difference between witch hunt and not accepting.
You missed my fucking other one.
Oh, wait, yep, sorry. It's kind of hard to read this whole thing, because it, like... Anyway, here we go. Scene video doesn't matter, and then you say, I refuse to accept the large percentage of extreme Islamists. All religions are retarded, but traditional Islam is bananas. There's a big difference between witch hunt and not accepting. Making exceptions for a religious witch group, a religion or group is a witch hunt. And then if there were another group constantly blowing people up and committing terror around the world, I'd shit on them too. That's ISIS, not Islam. It's like the difference between all white people and the KKK. It's insane comparison. If 51% of white people believed in the ideals of KKK, then I'd say white people are problematic too.
And that's what gets interesting.
Panzer jumps in. What the fuck? 51% of Muslims are not part of IS. Are you serious? And then you said, nobody is saying all Muslims are bad, but there's a serious violence problem around the culture that is undeniable. I'm not saying religion is perfect, but that the entire world is aiming so much hatred against Islam is so misplaced. Misplaced. Look at the statistics.
Dude, look at that graph. Look at that graph.
Okay. Listen to the file.
Dude, that is fucking ridiculous.
Yep. Okay. Well, I mean, assuming that the graph is accurate, then yes. Okay. So, 89% of all violent events since 2010. Okay.
God, dude. Fuck.
All right. But, I mean, well, wait a minute. So is the white supremacy one? Oh, yeah, it is the Charleston
Yeah, it's on there.
Because I just was like, what about the South Carolina guy? And then it was like one white supremacy, and I went down.
That's our one guy.
That's the one fucker. All right. Anyway, all right. Let's keep reading. What about all the people killed in mass shootings? Most of those were committed by white Christians.
Yep, I fucking roast her here.
It's also a problem. However, it's not an ideology that hundreds of millions share. Hundreds of millions of people do not condone the actions of a terrorist group. Not exactly, but a large percentage of Muslims agree with the extremist views like Sharia law.
Sharia. Which is correct. 51%.
Okay. It's very sad to me that using your platform to preach intolerance toward nearly a billion people. I'm not intolerant of peaceful Muslims that want to assimilate. Somehow that seems to have been lost somewhere. Assimilate to what? Western ideologies? American culture? Was that a poor word choice? Or assimilate is not pushing for law, not being upset when modern culture doesn't adopt your ideals. Have you guys heard of direct messages?
Yeah.
It's a great function of Twitter that doesn't annoy other people. Where did that guy come from? He wasn't in the fucking conversation at all.
Some random guy, yeah. I guess he just wanted to chime in. But dude.
Like, that's between you and her, so unless he follows both of you, he would not have even seen that.
No, this isn't a DM. This is on Twitter, like, public.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is unless he's actually reading this would not appear in his timeline unless he follows both of you. You know
I didn't know that's how Twitter worked.
Yeah, I mean, he's just not going to see your tweets that are in response to
I thought that you did see tweets in response.
No.
Oh, no. I didn't know that.
No. You only see, because like when you at somebody, like when you're adding her and she's adding you, the only time you'll see
I see other people. You only see that if you follow both people.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, somebody. I'm sure the fucking internet is gonna correct me.
I think that's an option that you can turn on or turn off, because I'm pretty sure all of my response tweets go to the timeline.
Oh, maybe it is an option, but I'm pretty sure that's how my Twitter works. And I haven't fucked with Twitter that much, but. Well, anyway, the internet
we might have bored some
people.
I think we might have bored some people with that. Maybe reading that whole thing out loud wasn't a good idea, but I feel like
it's not done yet. It's a great function of Twitter that doesn't annoy other people. Okay. I don't think it bothered annoying too many people. The chart is okay. So anyway, does she follow you? Like,
yes.
Okay. Why?
She still does.
Why?
So obviously I didn't piss her off enough to make her like rage unfollow.
I got in an argument with her one time about I assume she's like a super left-wing fucking
has to be
whatever, and we got in an argument about whether our free birth control was a right for the government to provide you or not. Yeah. So
I'm assuming your stance was no, or I don't know. What was your stance on that?
On whether the government is obligated to provide free birth control or not?
Did you? I don't know.
At the time, what did I think? I'm pretty sure that my stance was the government isn't obligated to provide you with shit. Yeah. Like, if the government provides you with free birth control, then you should feel thankful. But it's definitely not an obligation that the government has to ensure that you don't go out
that's where I'd line up on that.
Irresponsible choices. And her thing was saying that it's like a medical right and blah blah blah, and I don't know, all kinds of like other shit, basically saying that you're not in charge of whether or not you get knocked up or not. And then if you are, like, it prevents so many unwanted pregnancies that just, are a burden on society and blah blah blah.
Dude, I just realized that she deleted her police tweet. Oh, she fucking deleted it. God damn it. Anyway. I fucking roasted her so hard on that. She brought up, like, she's like, well, if you have such a problem with extreme Islam, why don't you have a problem with the police shooting a bunch of innocent people? And I was like, I do have a problem with the police shooting a bunch of innocent people. It's just, God damn it, dude.
I mean,
nobody wants to take their head out of the fucking sand on this issue. Everybody's like, oh, it's just a small group of people. It's just not. It's just fucking not. There's a lot of Muslims that are still in the fucking Stone Age that, while they aren't as extreme as blowing people up, they do want things like Sharia law.
The only thing is that, like, the way Muslims are treated in America versus the way Muslims are treated in, like, Europe is completely, like, different. Like, Muslims are way more, like, assimilated here. Like, Muslims live... I mean, I live in a cul-de-sac of 11
God bless
people.
the Atlantic Ocean.
I live in a cul-de-sac of 11 people. One of the families in our little HOA is, I'm pretty sure, Muslim.
I'm sure he's, like, a completely fine dude. That, like,
Indian or whatever. Actually, funny story. I was picking my daughter up from daycare last week. I think it was her last day of daycare. And there was this... Muslim chick who was getting in her car to leave, like, next to me, and she had on, like, the full ninja suit with the hat and everything. The
ninja suit?
Yeah, the ninja suit.
Wow!
You know what I'm talking about?
Wow!
Anyway, she gets
I just cannot believe you called it a fucking ninja suit. Holy shit. Dude, if you were running, imagine if you were running for a political office, and that was the soundbite.
And I'm sure they would cut it off too and remove context, and it would just be that. Yeah, whatever. So
I've never heard that before. That's so
she
fucking
had that
hilarious.
shit on, and she gets in like an '88 Honda Civic, like, next to me, and like, I had to wait for her to like leave because, like, she was blocking, like, the door where I had to put her in the car, right? So I'm sitting there holding my baby. And she goes to back out. And first of all, she's, Muslim woman. This has nothing to do with her being Muslim. Maybe it does. I don't know. But probably has more to do with her being a woman. But anyway, she goes to back out in her car, this little shitbox. She backs up about 6 inches, taps the brakes. 6 inches, taps. Again, we're in an empty parking lot. There's no one around.
I think this is more of a woman driver issue.
There's no one around, and there's no car like to the other side of her either. Just me and her. Like, I don't know why she parked next to me. No one around, empty ass lot, no traffic. Back up, tap, tap, tap. She did like a 78-point fucking turn to back out of this thing that took no shit, probably a minute and a half. Like, what are you doing? Like, Jesus. Anyway, that had nothing to do with anything.
Well, maybe that's why they don't want him driving.
Actually, a funny aside story. When we were in, I don't know. Let's come back to what we were going to talk about. Oh, difference between America and Europe. But anyway, just an aside story. When I was in Bahrain, one of the enlisted guys on our ship basically was using, I think he either used Facebook or MySpace. I think it was MySpace back in the day, but he his like whole thing was to bang like a Muslim chick, like or a traditional like whatever, you know, like woman over there.
That
He meets
sounds
this
pretty
girl.
dangerous.
He meets this girl on MySpace, and ends up like hanging out with her at like a mall. And like he doesn't like want to like marry this. He just wanted to like make it a conquest of his.
Wait, really? You didn't want to marry her and have kids and fucking
No,
Bahrain?
it was just like he was just
Why
you know,
not?
He just wanted to see if he
That
could
sounds
do
like
it.
such a good fucking plan.
Well, I did tell you the story about the guy who.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it does happen, but anyway, so he finds like a chick who belongs to like a very traditional, like old school, like super religious, conservative, like Muslim family over there, and like so a lot, you know, the varying amount of dress is like you don't have to wear like the full on suit, right? Like you could just wear like the head thing. What is it, the hijab or whatever?
Yeah.
But like, so she was full on suited up, right? And she was like a rebel, so she like wanted to like, you know, she was going through her teenage years or whatever. I think she was like, oh, I mean, hopefully she was like 18. But anyway, she like wanted to rebel against like her parents. So anyway, so she found that in him, and he found his conquest in her. And as we were leaving, he fucked the shit out of this chick, and he did it. He made her do it with her fucking suit on, just so he could like,
Wow.
like keep the memory of it.
Wow.
As we're going to leave to get on the plane to come back to the United States, he goes, "Hey, sir, smell this." And he like shoved his fucking hand in my face. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And I didn't know what was going on, right? So it like caught me, and it caught me like aback, because like you just don't like, it just doesn't happen, right?
Yeah, that's not,
So like,
that's not a
dude
common occurrence.
shoves their fucking hand in your face, and like the overwhelming smell of like 6-hour-old vagina permeated my nose, even though he like just whopped, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And he's like, "I had to get a going away present." Apparently, he like went to the mall and banged this chick in the mall bathroom like 2 hours before our fucking bus to leave the fucking country was to leave. So
Wow, dude, she's a real fucking rebel. Considering the
so,
consequences of her fucking actions if she got caught.
Fucking infidel, exactly.
Yeah, holy shit. What a fucking savage.
I hope he didn't knock her up.
That would be awkward. That would be super fucking awkward.
It's like a Muslim woman name. Fucking Consuela? Nope, that's a Mexican. Hang on. I don't
That's
even
the fucking, that's the maid from Family Guy.
Common Muslim woman name. Top Muslim girl names. Katifa. That's the first one that comes up. Or Khalifa. That makes sense because of the porn star. So anyway, so...
Well, I wonder why she picked that name, I guess for like search results. She wanted that SEO. Khalifa.
Her thing is like that she is like a traditional like Middle Eastern woman who...
Yeah, I'm just saying from her point of view as a business decision, that was probably pretty smart.
Well, also the fucking porn that she made where she fucked a guy with the traditional Muslim shit on that got her like death threats. You don't know about that?
Good for her. Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
She did that with another act. They fucked in like full like Muslim gear on their head, and then like got her death
I hope
threats
at the end the dude came on a picture of Muhammad. That's the only way that could be any better.
Right. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, seriously, like in America, like so Muslims are a lot more assimilated, right? Like in European countries, it's not like that. Like,
and that's fucking crazy, dude.
But saying is that they're there are small little communities and they're treated like pure shit, like outsiders. Like it's legitimately they do not get treated well. They're treated like third class citizens over in most European countries. So while there's sects of
I think some of that might be them bringing it onto themselves, because there's plenty of Muslims in these European countries that have assimilated, that have, that are just like everybody else.
I'm not talking about no. The view of people towards Muslims is different over there. So it's like, while there are Muslims here that are, interspersed or whatever, and there's pockets of radicalism, right? Like you have the fucking Boston Marathon bombers and shit like that. I mean, sure, there are radicals over here, but you can imagine over there, it's a lot easier to radicalize. What's the verb of to radicize, whatever it is, make radical.
I think it's radicalize. I think you got it right.
Radicalize.
I think so. I would.
When you're treated like pure garbage and you're treated like, you know what I mean? It's easier to do that over there than it is here. Like, even though they hate us and they hate Western ideology and blah, 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 a lot of it's directed at the U.S., but their camps and shit where they're largely recruiting from are these European countries where the treating of Muslims is different. But of course, if we elect Trump, that's going to all change, because and then all they'll have to do is just do what Mexico did. Did you see what Mexico did yesterday?
No.
Traditional Easter holiday in Mexico is they burn people that are things that they view as the devil. So they burnt a big pinata of Donald Trump.
I don't think he's very popular over there, despite the fact that he probably says he is.
Right. So I just looked at they burnt a Donald Trump thing. But yeah. Anyway, so I mean, that's the thing, man. Like, yeah, I mean, I'll agree with you. Like, there's not a lot of radical Mormons that are going around blowing up marathons.
Yeah, dude. Nobody wants to admit that Islam, it's overwhelming. It's an overwhelming problem with just that one specific religion. Yeah, you've got crazies here and there that do stuff from other religions, which, and by the way, I'm not religious at all. She, like, that the trade chat chick was like, what about all the Christians? And I was like, yeah, that's also a problem, but they just don't do it in the same numbers by any stretch of the imagination.
But I think it goes back to the what we're talking about, like the commutative property of something being gay, or what was it? I can't remember, but I think the issue is the viewpoint, right? Like,
it's the ideology is the problem.
No. Well, to say that most radicals are practitioners of Islam.
Well, you need to define what radical means.
No. Hang on. To say that is true. Most radicals, ISIS, all this other shit, are all mostly are practitioners of Islam and are Muslim. But where I think most people have the issue, and where the distinction needs to be made, is that I don't think the reverse is true. That just because you are Islam or just because you are Muslim, that you have a natural proclivity because of your religion towards being radicalized. I don't think that's true.
This is where I'm going to get probably some heat. You need to define what your definition of extreme is. If Sharia law to you is extreme, then that would mean that the majority of Muslims are extremists. Because 51% believe in it. 51, that's the majority. 50-fucking-1%. It's unreal.
Right.
Now, obviously, a lot of those people that believe in Sharia law, they're not in the U.S. They're over in the predominantly Muslim countries and Europe and shit. But that's the majority of that's a majority. 51% is a majority, and I'm sure that number will go down with time. I hope. Maybe I'm being too optimistic here. I think that number will slowly dwindle, just because I think religion as a whole is dying, including Islam, just slowly. But it's true, 50-fucking-1%. And now, obviously, 51% don't believe in what ISIS is doing. Maybe they don't think they should blow up a bunch of people at a fucking airport. but they do believe in some extreme shit. It's just
but,
it's just
but
true.
I think the only part of it that matters is whether or not you believe in enough shit to behead people and to blow up.
I disagree. I think
other
that
things.
if you are completely for oppressing an entire gender, and I'm by no means some SJW fucking guy, but the way women are treated under Sharia law is fucking not good.
No, I agree. I mean, I had this. I will agree that that's true, but I mean, I had this discussion with somebody. You remember Emma Watson, and where she had like her whole movement about he before she, or he for she, and it was basically like this whole like feminist like equal pay, equal rights.
Oh fuck!
thing.
I kind of liked her for a second.
You didn't hear about this he for she
God
thing?
damn it!
So, but listen, here's my point: is that my question was, okay, feminism in general, or her movement, and this will relate to the other thing, but her movement, right? Equal pay, equal rights, all that shit for women. There's no, like, if you're a lawmaker, right? What law or right or anything could we put in for women that doesn't exist but is also enforceable? Like in the United States, I mean, women have, other than like military combat shit, which they're actually getting into, women have pretty much every right.
They do.
They have every right that men have. And you can't yes, you can't intentionally discriminate a woman based on pay and all that other shit. Does it happen? Yes, but you can't make a law and enforce it and prove it and put it into court. So in the United States, my question was, if that movement is a thing, what are you actually moving for? Because you can't really get anything.
It's just not true. That's the thing.
Well,
and this is.
But it is true. Hang on, it is true in other, and this is what I wasn't thinking about.
I'm saying it's not true in the United States. That's what I guess I should have specified.
Right, but the movement in general is bigger than just the United States. So
I don't think it's true for most places that don't suck. It's probably true in a lot of these Muslim countries. Yes.
Right, but my point is that the movement and the all this shit is bigger than just the U.S. So, I mean, you can look at a system where, you talked about this, law system and having women, having a law where you can take more than one wife and women have to this and that and they don't get the same rights and they can't blow whatever. Like that's what that movement is designed for. But unless you're
really.
If the people that the movement of women's rights, is designed for.
I don't think
like
that's what these fucking people had in mind with their, like, the women that are like, oh, we don't get paid the same as men. I don't think they're thinking about the fucking extreme Muslim cultures. I think they're just
bimbos in United States. Sure, no, they're thinking of whatever. But again, you can't campaign for anything in the United States because you have all the same shit, and the shit that you don't have isn't enforceable because it's already a law that you can't do those things.
I just don't even agree that they don't have. I think being a woman is an advantage because you have all the same rights as men. And correct me if I'm wrong, I do not believe that women can be drafted. I think women just get a pass on that. So if anything, men are the fucking oppressed ones. I don't think women can be drafted.
Okay,
can they?
but you're not going to draft men either. Like
no, I think men can be drafted. Pretty damn sure that's the thing.
I know
it's happened before.
I'm telling you that they're not going to be in any. I mean, they have. They're
never know.
Reservists and other shit. Dude, my point is that that's what those movements. I mean, Emma Watson. What the fuck does she care about? Like, she cares about
Emma Watson or Emma Stone.
Emma Watson, not Emma Stone. Emma Stone is some like whatever.
The one that's hot as fuck with the red hair.
Yeah, the one you want to fuck. That's not the chick I'm talking about. I'm talking about Emma Watson.
Emma Watson's also the one that's hot as fuck, but she's got a wizard. She's a wizard or witch.
Harry Potter. My point is that if you've got a system and you're not, the women that are raised into that system, the system is legal. They follow this. I'm sure there are women that are fully supportive of Sharia law too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's another thing that's fucking crazy.
But
god damn it, that's so stupid.
I'll agree with you that it's stupid, but it's not. Is it oppressive? Sure. Can you want them to change? Yeah, but that's their little setup. That has nothing to do with coming over here and bombing a fucking.
But that's the thing, is that it does.
It doesn't.
It does, because they want to come. Because a lot of these people that are coming over and migrating and being refugees, they don't fucking play well with others. They look at things in West, like they have no interest in assimilating. Like, if they want to come over and be like, hey, all right, we're now Americans and we are going to be just like everybody else. Yep, women can drive. We're totally cool with that. Women not wearing the fucking ninja suits. We're totally cool with that too. We're Americans. We appreciate you guys having us here. We're going to pay taxes. Everything's going to be great. Then there would be no issues. But that's not how it's going down. Yeah, but, not even close.
There's no one that comes over here that wants to, like... First of all, I fully believe that all these countries that don't want us to fuck over there, like Iraq, Afghanistan, all that other kind of shit, we should just fucking pull chocks and just pull back.
I agree.
Let them completely do whatever they want to do, and there'll be
abandoned ship.
There'll be atrocities that are over there.
Oh yeah, it'll be horrible.
But we won't be involved in it, and hopefully after time, that they will fucking just be like, well, I guess the West can do whatever they want, we'll do whatever we want, and we'll go about it. And then if they start to do things on a worldwide scale, then that's fine. But, I think we're too involved in those things. And the second thing is that, dude, no Muslim group, and if you're a fucking crazy person, it doesn't matter what you are, there's no Mormon who's like, fuck electricity, I'm going to go bomb a fucking... marathon again. And that realization, or that expectation for the US to do that stuff, I don't think they have. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just that these radicalized, people, again, view us, the West, all this shit as just evil. And maybe it comes from Islam, but again, I don't think just the fact that you're Muslim lends you to more radical behavior than, anything else.
Well, I think it does, just because the numbers are too damning. Like, it's just, but again, it's too much. It's too fucking high of a percentage.
Again, you're looking at we can agree to disagree. I don't think the community of property of most radical groups or Islam is equal to most Islams are radicalize their constituents. I don't think that's
yeah.
But I will agree with you.
Obviously, no one agrees. No one thinks that all Muslims are bad. No one thinks that. But 51%, 51% believe in Sharia law. It's just like, what do you do?
Let me ask you this question. So what? So what if that's true? Like, assuming that you're right, assuming you're completely right, what does that matter and what does that change?
What does that matter? It doesn't matter if they don't come over to modern culture. If they stay where they're at and we stay where we're at, that's fucking great.
Wait. I mean, I'm asking. I'm not being contentious. I'm actually asking. So if that's true, right, and what you're saying is that, that causality is there, that cause and effect is there, then basically you're adopting Trump's stance that we should keep Muslims out of America because of this correlation. I mean, is that your stance?
Dude, it's tough.
That's like, because
so this is my stance on the Trump thing, and this is gonna be cold. This is gonna be fucking cold-blooded. What I'm getting ready to say. What is the value in us letting in refugees? What do we gain? Like let's say a meteor hits Australia, and we let in some Australians into our country because a giant meteor just hit their fucking country. We let them in. They come over. Many of them have skills. They will easily, come into our culture. It's not that different. They're bringing some value. Maybe it's not a completely fair trade, but there's going to be some value there. I just don't see any value in bringing in a whole bunch of people whose culture is completely fucking different and who have a very bad track record in terms of getting along with others. It just...
Yeah, but who is we?
The United States.
Which is comprised of what?
fucking modernized culture.
But you're talking about a melting pot of Mexicans, immigrants,
All of which
white
who
people,
have
black people. You're talking
and
about
that's
Muslims.
that's the magic of what the United States has done. All of those people have,
Yeah, but when you say like, what's the value? I mean,
what's the? I don't see any value. Like, how is it going to make our country better by letting in these people from a culture that is just fucking from the Stone Age? Like, and it's cold because it's so. I feel like an asshole saying it. I know it sounds ridiculous, but like, what do we gain?
But I mean, well, it's a slippery slope, dude. Because number one, if you start saying you're Muslim, your religion has a unusually high, ridiculously high correspondence or fucking chance of becoming radicalized, you're probably a radical yourself. And if you're not, there's a high likelihood that you at some point could be. So you're not going to enter the country. And you create those rules based on that group. Because that would be the only group we create this for, right? Or unless we do it with Mexicans.
Yeah, and unless another group managed to fucking replicate what they've done, which would be quite the accomplishment.
Okay, but so you create that special rule for Muslims. What happens if a Muslim becomes president of America? Are we gonna just? You can't create. You can't create
I agree
laws.
with
You can't create legislation. You can't create things for individual groups of people just because certain individuals.
You don't create it for individuals. You just say we're not allowing any refugees from anywhere, or you're just I don't know. Like you don't have to specify.
Well, they couldn't be necessarily refugees. What about just regular immigrants? Like we're just going to close down immigration?
Yeah.
See, it's not easy.
I agree with what you're saying. Oh, I agree. It's a fucking complicated issue. I never said it was fucking easy, but I'm just saying, in terms of opening the fucking doors like Germany did, no way. No way, Jose. Let's see what happens in Germany. Let's hear about all the good news about their fucking refugee shit.
Yeah, I mean, but it goes back to America was created from refugees, right? Obviously not one. Well, and if you want to talk about radicalized groups, I mean, the refugees that America went into.
Yeah, we were a bunch of savages. But the difference is that everyone in the world was savages back then.
Yeah, I don't know.
Everyone was fucking crazy.
I mean, I think the issue I have with your argument is the same issue I have with an issue we do have, and this is I think even a bigger issue than that. And I'll argue. I mean, I maybe it's not a bigger one, but it's certainly a fucking big one. And did you see about this Georgia law that they're trying to put into place right now? So there's this Georgia Religious Freedom Act. I think that's what it's called. Let me look this up. Georgia Religious Freedom Bill 2016. Basically, this bill. So all these like stories that you hear about like bakeries and shit for like gay people and all this other shit. Some tenets of this bill is a business has the right to discriminate based on their religious beliefs. That's one of the tenets of the bill. And it basically enables you, if you're a super conservative, religious right-wing person, to do whatever you want and cite your religion as the reason that you did it. In terms of like business, in terms of there's a lot of tenets of that bill. That's just one of them. But I mean, that's the shit you buy yourself into. And by the way, Disney, like sports teams, pretty much every major company in Georgia has told the Georgia legislation if they pass that, they're going to pull their business out of Georgia.
Yeah, that's a stupid fucking rule. But
that's
a complicated. Go ahead.
But America's full of Christians that a lot of them are in the GOP have anti-LBGT, well, that's gay, obviously. Anti-whatever sentiment, anti-Muslim sentiment, all this other shit. And you're going to start seeing, if you make a rule for Muslims because you don't want, terrorist acts to happen in America or whatever, you're going to start seeing this other bullshit where, Christians, who is a large percentage of the U.S., right, feel like they can start making rules based on their fucking beliefs, too, that are discriminatory. That's why I think it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, I definitely agree, but I think it's just I think this particular issue is something that you go issue by issue on, rather than take the. I don't think that this particular Muslim or refugee situation is something where you need to look at the big picture. I think it's something where it's just like, it's quite obvious a cause and effect what's going on in Europe. They let all these people in, and now look what's happening.
I think we should just barcode everybody. Just all the Muslims, just barcode the shit out of them. Just
okay,
I mean,
Trump.
You can even, if you don't want it to show on the skin, just put the little, the under the skin RFID.
What we need to do is make camps.
Just give them that. Yeah, just
make camps where they can all go to, right?
Right, exactly. Just make a fucking camp and just, just get them some perfume that's.
There's gonna be some people here that don't realize we're being sarcastic, and they're gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah, of course.
You guys know you sound like Hitler right now.
Just, I'm telling you, man. Little RFID tag under the skin looks like a little
It is a complicated issue, but my stance on it is, I don't see the value in it.
Yeah, but my point is that you can't say that, because the value to who? The value to you?
The value to as a whole.
I mean, well, first of all, like, what if I'm just going to say...
I'm just going to hedge my bets here and say I don't think that these refugees are coming over with job skills. I don't think they're going to come over with...
So your stance is that Muslims in the entire world that want to come to America...
No, I'm saying the ones that want to come here as refugees are not going to be coming with job skills in prominent fields.
You have to say Muslims in general that want to come to America. If you close that down...
I'm not...
What makes you a refugee versus just being a Muslim who wants to come here, though?
It's not all Muslims. It's just a large group of them that are fucking annoying. Like, obviously not all Muslims are bad. Okay. Like, no one's saying that.
But you can't make a policy that says you're Muslim, you want to come to America.
I don't think the policy would have anything to do with the word Muslim. I don't know. There'd have to be some other way.
Would you say brown people?
No, but like it's very obvious when you see like the types of people that are. It's the refugees. It's the fucking so
they look like refugees.
Yeah, I probably sound like an idiot right now, but I think everybody knows what I'm hitting. What I'm trying to say. It's just.
But what I'm telling you is that what you want to do is not doable.
I'm saying what I want to do is just chill the fuck out and let's see what happens in Europe before we do anything, because I don't think Europe is. I don't think it's going to be this fucking massive success in Germany.
Well, I will concede that there's a difference between making a Muslims can't come to the United States policy and saying, holy shit, we have the huge outcropping of Syrian refugees that we want to dump.
Let's take them all.
What's the first step? Who's going to take them on? I will say that that's a little different, because that's an isolated case with a group. I'm not saying I condone it. I'm just saying that it's different than a blanket. You're Muslim, you can't immigrate to the United States.
One of the things that irritates me is like people are like saying, well, we can let them in, but they need to be seriously vetted first. And they have no idea what that fucking means. So in order to like get vetted,
Ted Cruze that says they need to monitor Muslim communities with what? Like the fucking, you're gonna have fucking George Zimmerman walking around with his fucking badge and a gun in Muslim communities? That doesn't mean anything.
So the thing is that so a lot of people like to say this. They like to say, well, we can let them in, but we need to make sure that they're not terrorists. We need to seriously vet them. And the thing is that the process to be vetted by the U.S., it's many years. It's like 5 years or something, and that was before all the mass immigration and refugee thing. We're not gonna if we actually do vet these people before we let them in, it's not, dude. The timeline, it's gonna be like 50 fucking years. It's not gonna be anywhere close to like what Germany is doing, where they're just like letting them fucking fly in, baby. They're just coming in like mad over there.
Yeah, well, I mean, just as an idea, I mean, you could have them pay for their own background checks in the United States, as a condition of being let in. I mean, if you're a contractor and you want to get a badge at a company to go in and perform things at that company that would benefit your company needs to pay for a background check.
But they're not going to pay. They're not going to be able to pay for that. Obviously, it's not.
A visa's not cheap. Like, just getting, I mean, you have to pay money to get over here. And exactly. And if you make some stupid paywall barrier that people can't fucking
Then you're
pay
doing the
for
same
it,
thing, yeah.
then well, not really, kind of, but sort of. But yeah, I mean, so it's the same argument that I think the people that do like that have the gun arguments. I think the gun thing is one of the fucking dumbest. Like the debate that Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton had over like gun manufacturers and like the whole gun rights thing is one of the fucking dumbest arguments of their whole debate.
I missed it.
Like Hillary Clinton is basically saying that gun manufacturers should be able to be sued.
That's fucking retarded.
If they don't have significant safety redundancies built into the design of their weapons such that they're like the safest. Like if you can find a billion different ways to find
anybody
a gun
but
manager.
Her. Anybody but Hillary Clinton. Oh, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, and then Bernie Sanders basically said, and Bernie, I mean, to his discredit, I guess, didn't see how ridiculous that argument was, and the only thing he said was, if you're telling me that you should be able to sue gun companies because they made the weapon and therefore you shot somebody, I don't think that you should be able to do that. And he wasn't saying because that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard, but that's what he should have said. So anyway, I mean, but back to the point, the background check thing for like guns, there's no way to like really prove that someone has mental illness that's not on record and other shit. So, I mean, that whole thing needs to be figured out a different way, but I think it's similar.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's
the whole thing with background checks. So, like, I'm probably gonna be like a conspiracy. Like, probably people are gonna be thinking I'm like some sort of conspiratard about this. But like, if like, obviously, background checks are something that you don't want like criminals getting guns like super fucking easily. And I think the background check system could be better done. But you got to be careful as well. If you have to do some sort of like mental like evaluation to be able to get a gun. Because if, like, the government was to become corrupt, that's something where, like, oh, yeah, you're crazy. You can't get a gun. Meanwhile, you're not. Like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where, like, things could get out of hand if background checks did get too crazy.
No, they really couldn't. That's retarded.
I don't know. I don't know. I like to think the primary reason for the Second Amendment has nothing to do with protecting yourself. It's if the government was to become corrupt, that's the real reason why the Second Amendment exists, in my eyes.
Yeah, but you're never going to take... The whole gun thing is so stupid. You're never going to take guns away from Americans. Like, Americans have guns.
No, I don't think it's ever going to happen, but...
They're going to be able to keep their guns. Just stop fucking fighting it and just go about your day. Like, I have a gun downstairs that I think my dad bought at a pawn shop and just gave me. Like, it's not registered in my name.
There's more guns than people in this country.
I have a shotgun. I had a shotgun, actually, that my old roommate, who was in the Navy, bought at the military exchange, gave to me for rent when he couldn't pay his rent one month, and I was like, yeah, just give me your fucking shotgun. That's worth about $400. Gave me a shotgun. I didn't do anything paperwork with it wise. It just sat there. And then I was like, I don't want a shotgun in my house when my daughter gets older, right? Obviously, because so she could, I don't know. I mean, I just didn't want it. So I gave it to my dad. So now my old roommate bought that at the military exchange perfectly legally, and now my dad owns it. And it's, God knows if he pawns it or whatever. I mean, like, dude, it just, people are good at guns, and shit like the Batman shooting, sadly, is probably just going to happen, and we're going to need to address those people. My thing is, and this is a whole different argument, but the Batman guy, like, why the fuck is that guy still alive?
I don't know.
Why is he still? Why didn't a fucking Judge Dredd walk over outside of the fucking theater and go, "Did you just shoot all those people?" And he'd be like, "Yes, I'm crazy. Fuck me, right?" And just fucking shoot him right in the fucking head and be over with it. Why do we have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars probably, for this clown to go through the system to sit on death row for 20 years and then finally execute him? Like, you're obviously...
Well, it's one of those things where you got to do the process. You got to fucking, the whole due process thing. It's
what due process? Like 50 people.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's one of those things where this particular case is very obvious, and since you brought up slippery slopes, as the lines get gray, or as the shades get grayer and grayer between, obviously this particular Batman case, it's open and shut. He did it. Everybody knows he did it. But if you start making exceptions, saying, just shoot this guy, shoot this guy, shoot this guy, eventually the gray area is
somebody that's wrong.
Yeah,
that's
the slippery slope. If you just start doing that,
I think what they should do is just fucking take the judge should just go out in the crowd of, I don't know. She should just go to Disney World, find some random fucking dude, and be like, "Hey, I just want to tell you about this case. We had this guy, 50 people saw him shoot a bunch of people in Batman. Do you think he's guilty?" And the guy'd be like, "Yeah." And then that should be the criteria for just killing him. As if you could describe it to some random dude, and they're like, "No, I think you should definitely die. You should just kill him."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, I had something else I was going to talk about that was related to that.
So let me ask you a question about Twitter to shift gears a little bit.
Sure.
Do you ever? How many tweets? How many followers do you have? 5,000?
No, 3,900.
I was going to ask this question in a poll, but do you think when somebody tweets at you that you owe that to them to do something to acknowledge that you got it, or can you just ignore it and scroll on?
It depends on what it is. I try to acknowledge it in a reply or something.
A favorite, maybe?
Not always. No.
A favorite means
I actually use my favorites list. I actually use my favorites list for like the podcast, for example. I'll favorite a tweet and then actually go back and look through it, because I know some people, they have 10 billion favorites, and it's like, okay, come on.
I feel like there's some number of Twitter followers that you need to have so that people are engaging with you on some sort of scale that makes you okay to not if I tweet fucking Kim Kardashian, she's got 40-something million followers. Okay, I get it, right? Her phone, if she turned on her Twitter notifications, it would just be for, you know what I mean? She'd never be able to do anything.
Be nuts.
But if you have 4,000, 5,000 or less followers, and someone fucking tweets you, I feel like you have a responsibility to at least be I fucking read that shit in some way, favorite it, or be got it, or no, or whatever. I mean, you don't have to engage in a super long conversation. But I find that increasingly I'll tweet people all the time and just nothing, just fucking ghost whatever I said, and it's maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just an asshole, but I feel I don't know, if you don't have more than a couple thousand followers, you're not that fucking important. You know what I mean? I don't know, maybe it's just me. But speaking of we did get a lot of comments, actually. Did you see all the fucking...
Yeah, a lot of people were leaving comments. I guess we could bring that up here. Let's see. HiveMind18. The new YouTube comments thing is pretty fantastic.
I didn't know for a while that I could actually get comments on my phone on the YouTube app. I didn't know they were at the very, very, very fucking bottom. So, but now I actually read them on my phone. But we had some pretty good... you want to do the Q&A at the end, probably, yeah?
It doesn't bother me. I'm looking through them right now. There's not that many questions.
No.
What do we think of Smite? I could care less.
I put shite. That's what I did with it.
Yeah, I saw that.
You guys sure do talk about dicks a lot. No, this one's the Muslim podcast, not the dick podcast. I'm sure we'll get to dicks at some point.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through them. There's not that many questions. I mean, people left comments, which I appreciate, but in terms of questions, I'm scrolling through them and none.
Let's see. I like Dopa on this podcast. He adds a dose of real man. Zybak is an internet nerd. I think that's a great point. I appreciate that. You agreed, obviously. What was a joke?
Dude, no one left any actual questions.
Yes, they did. Here we go. Question for the next podcast. This one's stupid, though, but we'll lead with this one. Have the hiccups for the rest of your life, or
that was the one I remembered. Yeah.
Have the hiccups for the rest of your life, or always feel like you have to sneeze but not able to.
I think that always feel like you have to sneeze, because I think you'd eventually get used to it.
Are you fucking kidding?
I think you'd eventually get used to it. Whereas the hiccups, you have no control over. The hiccups.
You walk around like with retard face your entire
No,
life.
no, you wouldn't know because you
Yes,
you
you
get
would.
used to the feeling. You get used to the feeling, and you'd be fine with it.
I don't think so.
I think you would.
Have you ever had to sneeze but couldn't?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I've
totally
had that happen to me a bunch, but you eventually, over time, would tough it out, and it wouldn't be a big deal, and you just go about your normal life, and eventually you wouldn't even recognize it was happening. Whereas the hiccups, it's like this involuntary spasm in your fucking like diaphragm that you cannot control.
Yeah, but
you're not ever getting over that. You're not ever getting used to it.
I don't think you can just straight face feeling like you have to sneeze, but you can't.
You would if it was. You probably wouldn't be able to do it for the first week, but I guarantee after that, eventually, it's just going to be like you're just going to be used to it. Yeah.
I don't think you can know that for sure.
It's just like anything else.
All right. Just like anything else? No, I don't definitely. Could you fucking orgasm and then just straight face that shit the rest of your life?
If it was something you felt constantly, yeah, you'd get used to it.
I don't know, man. I think I get what you're saying. The brain will just desensitize yourself to it, but I don't know, man. The feeling like you have to sneeze is like a fucking reflex, though. It's not like pain. Like, cause you can get over pain. Like, I definitely think you can straight face pain, but like this shit that like has like muscle reflexes with it. I don't know. Great.
Well, the hiccups is most definitely a muscle. Like the hiccups, you're never gonna. That's just there. You can't even control that.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess it was a good question, Christian Skoglund. Everybody's confused on whether I'm black or not.
I don't know why no one believes you that you're not black.
Pretty sure that if you have to question that, you're racist.
Yeah.
You're all racist. I agree with Zybak. VR is shit. Pump and dump. What do you think of Zybak interrupting you every time you're talking or when he's always right? I think that if it gets bad, I will just stick the NAACP on you. That's what I think.
Dude, people don't get the fucking me having a son joke with
Nope.
the Overwatch account.
They don't get that at all. They don't get that at all.
You say you don't get that?
No, people don't. No.
Yeah, they're like, wait, he's got a kid?
Oh, yeah. Everyone freaks out about your kid, dude.
Yeah, my kid that got Overwatch access, yeah.
You probably should take care of him.
I actually did take care of him. I gave him a Paragon code.
There you go. Logan asks, what is the least amount of money you would accept to fuck a mentally retarded version of yourself?
$5.
Really?
No. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't really know if I
I'm
can
a pretty
answer
hot piece of ass, so...
Like, would that person still exist? Like, I wouldn't really want to copy myself going all around. I guess I could deal with a mentally retarded clone of myself.
See, if you were gonna fuck a mentally retarded version of yourself, you'd have to fuck him to death. Because I don't want a mentally retarded version of me walking around and people thinking that's me.
I don't think you're gonna.
You're almost obligated to do it.
I'm not sure you're fucking vanilla beans up to the task though. To fuck yourself to death.
Whatever.
Okay. Question for next week. What flavor would you want to make your jizz taste like, and what flavor would you make your woman's vajay taste like?
Starbursts.
Really?
I don't know why I thought of that, but that's the first thing I thought of.
Like a specific
the red Starburst.
So specific.
Who doesn't like those, dude?
Or would it alternate flavors?
Fuck it, it'll alternate. You taste the rainbow.
This one guy goes, the same guy goes, I would like mine to taste like a Chipotle burrito, so I could always have a delicious...
Oh, you don't want a meaty taste? No.
No, so I could always have a
Starburst.
delicious protein-filled snack just a few minutes away. And then I posed a question to him that said, would you rather all of Chipotle's burritos tasted like jizz to everyone in the world, or would you rather have your jizz always taste like a Chipotle burrito? So
Why is that even a... Dude,
that's my question.
You'd want your jizz to taste like a Chipotle. That's like a unique character trait. Why would you not want that?
Right, but why? But you have a chance to epically troll everyone in the world.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Like, eats a burrito and it tastes like semen.
Like, yeah, but see, no one's gonna eat a Chipotle. Like, that's like fun for a day.
No one's gonna come back.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with you. If you ate a fucking cum bowl, you're probably... Well, there probably are some chicks and dudes that would come back, to be honest. But all right. You probably should have asked for the QA at the beginning of the podcast, or posted on Twitter so people know.
Yeah,
For the
that's
people
actually a
that,
good idea.
yeah, but fuck off. If you don't make it that far, you don't deserve to ask a
Yeah,
question.
you're not cool anyway if you're not if you didn't make it past all of the obligatory Zybak racism.
Right.
You don't deserve to get your question answered.
To be honest, everyone's bowing out at a half hour anyway when we start like arguing about Muslim fucking shit anyway this week. So if you made it this far, you're a true fan.
I think that's what people actually like, to be honest, though.
Yeah, they probably do. There was one guy that got pissed off that I said if you like beating it to hentai that you're weird. And yeah, you're still weird. Then there was.
Oh, did you read the one about Gary Johnson or whatever? About like
surprised. He was just like Gary Johnson 2016, and then he linked his shit. Right? Is that the one?
No. So this guy, you know how we had the question of like if you could choose to have sex with anyone, who would it be? And this fucking dude took the time travel route.
Oh yeah, we need to read this.
Yeah, you have to read it because I can't read out loud. But this dude took this question a whole fucking different direction.
I'll get there. This one guy is a big fan of the Martin Shkreli dude. I don't know why you're a big fan of him, but whatever.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that. Your stock or whatever, like, exploded.
Dude.
Yeah.
It's doing good, man.
That was gonna happen. Yeah.
But it regressed though.
Yeah. Then they had some other scandal happen or some shit.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be very volatile for a while. But I bought it at $30, went down to $27, shot up to like $34, and now it's still at like 31 something. So I'm gonna hold out.
It'll go. Dude, people are fickle. The fucking the controversy around that company is not gonna last long. People are gonna go on to the next thing.
Yeah, of course. Question for the next week. You're starring in a porno and you're about to shoot the final scene. Would you rather be cream pied or get the money shot to the face? P.S. It's a gay porno. And then this guy goes, I think Dopa would expect a huge check, but Zybak would lie, but accept a much smaller check. So it's not for money, it's just preference. So you're in a gay porn. Do you want to get cream pied or do you want to get it on the face?
I'm gonna say the face, just because it's easier to clean up.
Really? But if it's in your ass, it's all nice and packed in there, and you just have to go take a shit, and it'll come out.
Yeah, but what if you don't have to take a shit for a while? Like, what if your fiber game is weak?
I promise you that if you get some gooey fucking oil jizz,
what do you just go eat Taco Bell like 5 times a day until you blow that shit out?
I'm pretty sure though, if you're a chick and you get jizzed up in the ass, I don't think there's keeping that in, because like your fucking, like I don't think your turd makes it all the way to like your sphincter before. I think there's like some other fucking checkpoints in there.
Checkpoints.
Yeah, there's like some checkpoints for turds before they actually like make it to
you have to go through the TSA.
Do what?
You have to go through the TSA.
Yeah, I mean, they get stopped, dude. It's not like a slip and slide to the gates. And I'm pretty sure if you get a fucking jizz injection in your ass, I mean, you bypass pretty much all the security. So I'm pretty sure it's coming out post haste. The same guy asked a question. Would you rather have gender sneezes where you alternate gender every time you sneeze, or baby muffin syndrome where you can't tell the difference between a baby and a muffin? That's a weird question.
What? See, so that's almost like not a downside though. Like, what? Part of me almost wants to like switch genders every time I sneeze.
So you would rather switch genders every time you sneeze?
Like, who gives a fuck about if babies are muffin? Like, what is that a consequence? Like, that's dumb.
No, the only way I can see that would be a consequence is if you tried to bake a muffin and you ended up baking a baby.
I would avoid babies.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that fucking hard. Just avoid babies and muffins the rest of your life. It's not.
So
like, I don't really care for either.
You would take the gender sneeze not because the other one is bad, but because it sounds fun to gender sneeze.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you can make yourself sneeze. It's not that hard.
But what if you're like in a meeting and like you're presenting to like, I don't know, you're trying to sell a Camaro?
You can hold it in.
And you're like, and you're like,
you can hold it in a sneeze. Just don't be a bitch about it.
Okay.
But imagine all the shit you could fuck with people so good though. You could fuck with people like epically. Like, you're almost like Mystique from like Wolverine. Like, you can just switch. You got like Rob Banks and shit. You
Yeah.
can do so much cool shit with that. Like, I don't
Yeah,
know.
but-
I don't know. A man
but-
walked in and robbed this bank, and a
Hang on,
woman
no.
walked out.
I'm
What?
pretty sure, like, he didn't define this gender sneeze. I'm pretty sure that, like, you don't become like you to like hot female version of you. I'm pretty sure it just becomes you.
I choose to
like,
believe that though.
What if you just have the same face, but you just grow tits and your fucking dick flips inside out?
I just get Caitlyn Jennered.
You just get gendered. You just your fucking outie becomes an innie. That's all it is.
Well, then I don't want that. But if I'm like shape shifting, I'm fucking down.
You know what's funny? If you're a chick and you go to like dude form when you sneeze, you know those little roll up fucking things at a party that when you put on like the little fucking party hat and you go like and you fucking like hit it with the breath. That's what happens to your dick. It just goes floop and uncurls.
Yo, you ever do that shit where you like sneeze three times in a row?
No.
You don't ever have that happen where you sneeze like 2 or 3 times in a row?
No, but yeah,
But imagine that happening with your dick that makes that sound every time. Bleep, bleep, every time you fucking sneeze.
That's fucking hilarious. Oh my god. So funny hearing Zybak talk about all the girls like he gets laid every day. Stop at the facade. It's cringe-worthy hearing you talk like you're Master Poon Slayer. If a 210 chick spoke to you, you'd probably be all over it. Yeah, but who wouldn't? Who wouldn't be over that? Like,
if a what?
If a 2 out of 10 chick spoke to you, you'd probably be all over it.
Huh.
Do you have stand?
I think I responded to that. That's not even accurate right now.
Right.
I've been on like a dry streak for a while.
Right, but let me ask, like, so how low would it have to, like, so you're a single dude who lives in your apartment, plays video games, whatever, no responsibility. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying that's your situation.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Chick
cool
knocked
with it.
on your door. How low on the totem pole do you have to go before you wouldn't just take her into your room for a quickie?
And there's like no consequences?
No consequences.
And there's just like no bullshit, no nothing? Just like
She
in and
just
out?
leaves.
Like the
Yep.
fucking drive-through?
Yep, she doesn't have herpes or AIDS. Or anything.
Probably like 6.5. I keep my standards high. Like I'm not somebody that's got to get like fucking laid a lot.
You're such a fucking liar.
No,
if a
I'm not.
4 out of 10 knocked on your door and was like, "Hey, I've got a vagina. Do you want me to put it on your penis for 5 minutes?" You'd be like,
No, I wouldn't do it.
Your jawline is a little slanted for my taste, to be honest. Okay.
I wouldn't do it. No,
You're a lying sack of
I'm not lying. I promise.
You're whatever. Oh,
But in
God.
my book, a seven is a done deal. Like a 7 is like yeah.
7's a done deal for people that have a fucking family, though. I'm talking about like somebody that like I just don't believe you. No consequence. You probably have the. Oh my god, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say. I feel like I'm
pretty fucking honest on this podcast. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do it.
Hang on,
And I keep my 1 to 10 scale very realistic. Like my 1 to 10 scale. Like you ever hear these people talk where they're like, "Dude, she was a fucking 10, bro," and it's just like, no, she wasn't. It's like, yeah, she's hot, but she's not a 10. Like the 10 is like a mythical unicorn, where it's like a debate whether it even exists or not.
I just googled what does a 6 out of 10 girl look like, and I'm just gonna link you these search results. You can
I said
Google it
I said
yourself.
6.5.
Okay, just go with 6. Every chick on this whole search result you would fuck, except maybe, and probably
Okay,
including
what the fuck? A lot of these are not
4-year-old
6s.
What do you think they are?
A lot of these are much higher than 6.
Okay, you would even this little like fucking 6-year-old blowing out these birthday cake candles. You would. I'm telling you, like that's ridiculous. Let's go down to 4.
I'm looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9th image on Google. That's not a 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, she's definitely more than a 6.
The fucking the bowling ball with lips on her fucking head. Like
Yeah, she's more than a 6. She's
dude.
probably a 7.
That chick needs a fucking cheeseburger, dude.
She's like I think she's hot.
She would break your penis bone in half with her fucking bony hips.
No, No, I think
Anyway.
she's pretty hot.
Let's keep going down. Let's see how accurate Google is, because I just put 4.
Okay, this chick, it has her as a 6. This is just incorrect.
Which chick?
That's not a 6.
That's definitely not a 6.
Like, what? Dude, no.
That's not a 6. Although there's a guy. It says rate me out of 10, and then there's a guy that looks like this guy. He's actually in this.
I'm trying to find a 6 is like slightly above average.
No, I understand that a 6 is one tick above average. I mean, like, yeah, I kind of like.
See, this is dumb.
Well, I'm trying to find one on here that actually is a 6.
It has this chick as a 6. What the fuck? This chick also not a 6 in any stretch of the imagination.
No, definitely not. But
what the fuck?
I mean, well, let's be honest. They
if
have,
any of those chicks I link came, I would. Yeah, of course. If that's what a 6 is, then what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just Google. Like, what about like that's like a 4-year-old girl too that's on there. I don't know. Like, I put 4 out of 10, and there's definitely. Well, I would say this chick's a 4 out of 10, so this is probably accurate.
See, yeah,
actually,
that fourth image is probably not even that's probably like a 5 out of 10. I would say that's average for the fourth image. Something along those lines is closer to a 6 out of 10.
Back to the original point. I'm pretty sure your standards go a lot lower than you think they would go.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
10 minutes of unbridled sex in your bedroom with no consequences.
I just don't. I don't think it would.
Okay.
And I don't know why you think I'm lying. Like I've been incredibly honest. Like I've talked about like sucking dick for like not that much of money.
Right.
Like I don't know why you think I'm lying about this particular like instance.
I don't think you're lying. I just think that like, means you have like the sex drive of like a fucking. I don't know, dude. Why wouldn't you? Like, I mean, I guess
I have no issues in holding out for like something better.
Yeah, but nothing is going to be better. It's going to save you like 1 hour of or 15 minutes of gaming that you have to take a break for to lay some. I don't know. Maybe on my
I don't know. I guess it just goes back to like with like me in high school. Like I was a complete fucking slob in high school, but yet I hooked up with like some super hot chicks that I would fuck like right now, despite being a slob, just because I was implemented the crocodile method, where I just like sit in a swamp and just fucking wait until the right moment and then fucking get them.
Let me see. I gotta find a chick that's like a 4 out of 10. And then I'm gonna have to link it to you.
No, if you look at the original thing you linked, that fourth image is probably a 5 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10. That's like the average looking woman, I would say. That's probably a 4 or 5.
Where did I link it? I don't even. Let me go back and Google it again.
There, yeah.
What does? Okay, there you go.
The fourth one, the black and white picture. That's probably what I would say a 4 or 5 out of 10 looks like.
And if that chick knocked on your door and just wanted 15 minutes of your time, she didn't even need to get off. You just get off. You'd be like,
I would just say no.
I'm gonna go back to Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I'd say.
Okay. All right. Moving on. People like the content. Crowfall doesn't work out. Oh, hey, speaking of, I'll keep reading these comments, but did you hear about Revival?
No.
So, apparently Revival. There's this. I'm gonna read this forum, I'm gonna link you this thread, and you can read it while I'm telling you what happened. But Revival is an MMO that was apparently they told everybody was basically fully funded, privately funded. They don't need any like crowdfunding or anything like that. They started selling houses. So the idea was
there's music on this site. Fuck off.
So, it's worth it. So they started selling houses because like all the property in the game isn't instance. It's actually real space that exists, and you could buy you could buy one that was like a shop with a storefront and all kinds of shit, but like it was persistent. So there's only so many houses in the game, right? So the idea was they actually sold these for real money. And if you bought one, it's like a founder's pack, right? And the prices of the houses were anywhere from like $35 up to like $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, like very expensive.
Okay.
So this game was to be released in stages. So like stage 1 was like the housing client, shit like that. Stage 2 was like the city, blah 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 blah, right? Up until full release. Well, a studio was Ilphonic that was doing this game. I backed it for $35. Like I bought the lowest tier package or whatever, which is my MO for basically backing games, I guess. People on there's a guy that I know on the Eviscerated Gaming podcast who backed it for $400.
Oh boy.
And there are people he bought a house. There are people that paid a lot more money than that. There's one guy on that thread right there that paid like $1,500 or some shit, $1,200. So didn't hear anything from the community or from them for a while. They had a couple updates. They made a bullshit client with a house that has nothing in it that you could log into. Basically, they went through a bunch of layoffs, and they just 3 days ago made a post that says, "Hey, sorry guys, we got to cancel the game."
Oh fuck.
No word about refunds, nothing. One of the lead guy for Ilphonic just turned off his Twitter and just went just fucking ghosted like the whole community. But the crazy thing is that this thread.
Why'd they leave the forums up?
Yeah. Well, not only that, the fucking shop is still up right now, and you can still go buy a house. So, like, their thing is like, oh, sorry for all you people that paid all this money. What we're gonna do for you is, you can access everything you've got access to today, which is your empty house with nothing in it. We have no plans to turn them off or shut down. You can't even leave it. You can't even go into the city. It's just your house, just a room. We have no plans to turn anything off or shut down access in the foreseeable future. We're going to unlock visitation access to all the properties you don't have currently access to, including estates. You don't own them, but you'll be able to see every home you couldn't before. Next, you will receive a Steam key for Nexuiz, one of our first games, and the first game this other guy and I ever collaborated with Alphonic to make. So here's a bullshit game for Steam. Finally, you'll receive a Steam key for Moving Hazard, one of the new projects currently we're developing here and presently in early access.
Yeah.
So you're going to get 2 bullshit games, and you can post on the forum still. And you're going to be able to log into your unfinished house. But the crazy thing is that if you read this thread on the first page, it's like people going, it's cool you stole our money. Like they're like, oh, I got my money's worth with the year of forum access that I've been able to enjoy, and
wow,
thank you guys for all your hard work, and
wow,
blah blah blah. Like read through it on your own time. It's ridiculous. And then Cold, who's my buddy from the Eviscerated, gets on there and he's like, is anyone gonna fucking say that these guys are fucking scammers and blah blah blah, and like called him out on all this bullshit. But yeah, dude, like, this is the first example that I can think of a game that just basically...
Oh, there's been many. That's not the first by any stretch.
That sold, like, in-game property and then just, like, never delivered on it and bailed?
There's been a lot of Kickstarter games that have...
Not Kickstarters. Like, I mean, I get that with backing or whatever, but the thing with this game is that they advertised that it was fully funded. And, like, you weren't funding the game with your purchase.
Did they say why the game got canceled?
Yeah, it's in the thread, but basically, like, their ideas were too hard to implement, and let's see, what went wrong. I suppose the mistake came in through the thought that we could shoulder through what we still have available. I guess because they had some layoffs. I guess what happened is one of their partnerships went under or something, and they lost some funding. But I guess they laid off so many people that they just couldn't finish it. So,
wow.
I don't know, but anyway, so yeah, man. So there's a lot of people that are like contacting like Visa and MasterCard and their banks and shit for like transactions like a year ago, trying to get their money back, and like apparently this whole studio just fucking ghosted them. So like, I mean, I'm kind of pissed off because I lost my $35, but dude, if I lost I would never have lost that much money because I'm not a fucking idiot, and you know, backing something I can't fucking see, but if I would have lost so much more, dude, I mean, I would have been a lot angrier. It just struck me as crazy that the community's like, all right, thanks for your hard work.
The thing with Crowfall that I think is different than most of the Kickstarters is that even with Crowfall, like their Kickstarter campaign, they had a lot to show still.
Right. Well, did
A
I
lot
tell
of these
you?
games, they don't even have like art assets or like any like. You don't even know what the idea is really.
Did I tell you? Did I tell you that and I'm a hypocrite and I jumped in 2 feet to Crowfall? I,
Nice. Did you
I did
play
the
the? Do you have access to the testing?
yeah, I did the contributor to Alpha 2 upgrade. It cost me $125, and I got like a bunch of like VIP access and the horses and like I don't know, a couple of shit, but I got access to Alpha, and I didn't get an email right off the bat when I did the upgrade because I think I
It
did it
takes
the
a
night.
while, yeah.
Well, I didn't. I did it the night after you did your test or the day after. I can't remember, but so I submitted a ticket and saying, "Hey, I just did the alpha upgrade, but I really want to be in the test. Whatever. Am I going to get a client download email or something like that?" And you know who fucking answered it?
Probably Gordon Walton or Todd.
Yes.
Yeah,
Gordon
dude, they're fucking
himself.
legit. Did he do it within like 5 minutes too?
Yeah, he sent me an email. He forwarded it to me from his email account at ArtCraft.
Yeah, they're fucking legit.
And I went on Twitter and I was like, I was floored by that because maybe it's a small studio. I mean, how many devs are there for Crowfall?
I think they've got it on their website, but I don't know how accurate it is because they're hiring. I would say that 30-ish. I can look and see. Here's the list.
I have never supported a fucking company and had the founder of the company care about my little fucking support ticket ever. So it floored me that dude took the time to address my question. So
no, he's talked to me a lot in private emails too about I've got the referral link and stuff, and I'm their #1 referral link guy, which is pretty cool. Dude, you know how many people have used that referral link?
Yeah, a lot.
Almost 700. What the fuck? I compared to the views I get on those videos, which are for that many people to use that link on those videos, they don't have that many views. It's pretty fucking crazy.
I didn't realize that they had that actor that was in the trunk in The Hangover, the Chinese guy.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's on the Crowfall team too. His name's John Lee. He's halfway down the page. You know what I'm talking about? The fucking.
Oh my god.
It's the same dude.
Jesus Christ.
It's the same dude.
No, it's not.
Yep. And apparently David Spade's on the team. He's down there too. Anyway, he looks very
They've got that one chick that's quite a looker.
Which one?
Melissa Preston.
How far down?
Just Control F, dude. God damn. What are you, some kind of pleb?
Oh yeah, no, she definitely not. Nope, definitely not. She is actually what I would rate a 5 out of 10.
Dude, you're crazy.
Probably.
You're fucking insane.
Melissa Preston, the art director.
Yeah.
Definitely
redhead?
Definitely a 5 out of 10.
Dude, you're fucking nuts. Dude, you're fucking...
What would you rate her?
I think she's pretty hot. I don't want to, objectify this person, but I think she's hot. For sure.
She's definitely average at best,
dude. You're fucking crazy, man.
She's average, dude.
You're fucking insane. I think you're so wrong on that.
She's completely average. I'd rather fuck the Chinese-looking guy. I'll put it that way.
You're fucking crazy.
Anyway.
Let me find a video. I'm going to find a video. I think you're going to feel like an idiot here in a second.
Well, maybe. I'm just looking at a mugshot or whatever the fuck that is.
Here's a video. She's teaching you how to play the Ranger. You'll probably need this. There you go.
Okay. A lot hotter in that video.
Dude, she's hot as fuck. You're crazy.
Hang on.
I told you you'd feel like an idiot.
I don't feel like an idiot. I just think she's... Hang on, let me re-rate her. I think a 7. 7 or 7.5. Not bad. Not the hottest thing I've ever seen. No, like a 7.5. I think that's an honest rating. Her mugshot didn't look too good on the site, but I don't want to shit on your girl, dude. I mean, she's a good looking woman. I mean, let's just be honest.
I'm a big fan of redheads. Redheads are.
But she's not like fucking. Thing. She's not like fucking Megan Fox for sure, or other chicks that are equally as hot. Anyway, so yeah, I jumped in. I haven't gotten a chance to test yet. I was gonna test the Ranger the other night, but I will soon.
The Ranger is so badass. I actually made a YouTube video. I made 2 Crowfall videos. Dude, I've been prolific as fuck this weekend. 2 Crowfall videos in 2 days. One's on the Ranger, one's on some fun shit that happened. So check those out. But
well, change the background pic, you ugly fat Jew. We want to stare at the new Robert De Niro you, minus the cheek cancer mole.
yeah, dude, my physique or whatever you'd call it is coming in, dude.
Good.
I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how much. Like, I really don't want to be a little beta faggot that's under 200 pounds, though. Like, I'm kind of a little worried that I'm gonna be under 200. Like, if I want to get as lean as I want to get, like, I'm hoping I don't go below 200.
What are you doing any workouts or are you just?
Yeah, I am, but I'm not putting on like muscle though. Not at this much of a caloric deficit. I'm kind of just trying to maintain what I've got because you can't build muscle when you're at such aggressive of a cut as I'm doing.
You should try a cock push-up. You only need one.
Anyway.
Yeah, you only need one.
I'm like 215 to 220 depending on my water weight right now.
Depending on the amount of shit that you took. Pretty
much, dude. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I ate Taco Bell and like I fucking cleaned my system out. I weighed myself after eating Taco Bell and I was like 224, and then I like ate Taco Bell like 2 days in a row and I was like 213. It's like, what the fuck?
Wow. Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, those are actually all the questions that we had.
Wait, do you want to go back onto the going back in time and fucking Hitler one?
I missed it. You can read it. I missed it.
Essentially, this guy took our question a whole new direction about like us being able to fuck anyone we wanted to, and he went like the time travel route and like affecting the course of history. So he says, if you could choose anyone to have sex with, what about someone that you really hate? Would you go back in time and fuck Hitler? Would you pay? What would you pay? What? This dude went off the rails and took this question a completely different direction, and we both responded to it with like, you responded, I don't ... Enter ... enter what?
Because it's like, it was like nonsensical. Like,
yeah, like,
could you go back and fuck a baby version of Hitler? And I'm like, what?
This dude doesn't
mean anything.
What if you went back and fucked Hitler and stopped the Holocaust? Like,
yeah, but I mean, what are you gonna fuck?
I don't find Hitler attractive. Just saying, given the opportunity, I think you'd have to take one for humanity and hate fuck the hell out of him.
Right, but
premise what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Killing, but I mean, I don't know, dude. This is weird. This is a weird question.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Did you see that? Yet another teacher in Florida got arrested for fucking the football team and like nudes.
God bless.
Look at this. What would you rate this chick as? So she's 28 years old, and her name is Dion Younce, and she's a PE teacher. Apparently, she like nude Snapchatted with her students, and then I guess they found out she actually fucked 2 of them.
I don't know. See, I can't tell if this is one of those chicks that's like hot as fuck but has a retarded smile. Have you ever encountered those chicks that like look like shit in pictures because they have like dumbass smiles but they're actually hot as fuck? I can't tell. Because yeah. I would say 6.5. I would say this is like the 6.5 that we were talking about.
No way, dude. No way.
Are you going up or down?
From those pictures, higher, but I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say this is the 6.5. Definitely, I would say above average for sure.
You know what? You know what's funny? You know whose high school this is?
What?
It's Tebow's high school.
Of course it is.
That's where Tim Tebow went. I wonder if Tim Tebow actually fucked this chick.
I don't know. Maybe. Did he do it on one knee?
How hot of a chick do you think that? Well, I guess the answer is
Tim Tebow's like wife, like or girlfriend, like super hot?
No, he actually got dumped. He was dating the former Miss Universe. Did you hear about this? He was dating Olivia.
Dude, she is so fucking hot. Holy shit.
Olivia Culpo was dating Tebow, and She broke up with him because he wouldn't fuck her.
How do you spell her last name? Oh, Culpo. There we go. She broke up with him because he wouldn't?
He wouldn't fuck her, and she broke up with him.
Well, yeah. Dude, is he... What the fuck? What is wrong with him?
He's got his beliefs. Who are you to shit on his beliefs? Who are you?
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Here, let me link this picture. That chick right there, he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, dude, what a fucking retard. No wonder why the Broncos got rid of his ass.
He's not a retard. He has his beliefs, and you're a piece of shit.
You gotta give him props though, because most Christians. See, this is the thing with like Christianity, like versus Islam.
I don't like one more picture.
Most Christians aren't actually Christians. They're like bullshitters. They're like Christians on Easter and Christians on Christmas, and like they don't actually believe in that shit, and they don't actually live their life by the Christian code of ethics. Whereas a lot of Muslims do, and it's scary.
What if they find out that Tebow has like some crazy fucking fetish, and that's why he
probably does 100%.
Like, what if he just fucks like Taco Bell soft tacos, and that's like his thing. He prefers those.
Dude,
like,
he's probably pissed off today because Taco Bell's closed. Those fucking assholes. That's what I normally get. 5 soft tacos. Me and Tebow might have a lot more in common than I thought.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a good article.
Great. Dude, she's so fucking hot. What is wrong with him?
Telling you, man. This is actually a good article too. I haven't got a chance to read it, but I just found it and I want to read it. It's called "Wow, All the MMO's Dying." I actually want to read that later, so I'll link it, but we won't read it now. But and then I guess the other thing that one thing that I saw on here too when I was looking at like stupid internet stories about like the chicks and getting fired and nudes and all that kind of shit. So apparently there's one of those like, you know, Common Core like math things that the internet gets outraged against.
Sure, it was one of them, like some Reddit shit.
Yeah, exactly. So the math question that was posed is this, and I'll just pose it to you. Marty ate 4/6 of his pizza, and Lewis ate 5/6 of his pizza.
You simplify. Why are they not simplifying the fractions? The fuck?
That's not the fucking point. Just calm down. Calm down. Let me read the whole thing before you answer it. Marty ate 4/6 of his pizza, and Lewis ate 5/6 of his pizza. Marty ate more pizza than Lewis. How is that possible?
What?
Okay. Marty ate 4/6 of his pizza.
Are you asking me to answer this?
Yeah. And Lewis ate 5/6 of his pizza. Marty ate more pizza than Lewis. How is that possible?
You simplify the fractions and you're fucking...
That is nothing.
What?
Jesus Christ!
I don't understand. Like, I
no, you fucking caveman. Listen, Marty ate 4/6 of his. Okay. Lewis ate 5/6 of his. Marty ate more than Lewis. How is that possible? If this fucking first grader can answer this shit, you can't. Anyway, I'll just save you. I'll feed you, baby bird. Here we go. It says, Marty's pizza is bigger than Lewis's pizza, which is the obvious fucking answer of that question. So that's what the little first grader wrote in like first grade chicken scratch. And the teacher's answer was, she marked it wrong, and she said that is not possible because 5/6 is greater than 4/6, so Lewis ate more. But the question was phrased, Marty ate this, Lewis ate that, Marty ate more. How is that possible? So, like, the internet is freaking out because, like, the fucking... And I'll link it to you. Because, like...
That's stupid. That's a dumb fucking question because obviously the question is phrased in a way that's assuming that the things are the same size.
Well, no, it definitely isn't. That's the point.
You gotta think about the context. This is a first grader, like, quiz or whatever, like, right?
Yeah, obviously the first grader's fucking ingenious as shit because he got it right.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's just a dumb fucking question. Like, why does anyone care? It's a dumb fucking question.
The question is phrased in a way that you assume the premise of the question that Marty ate more pizza than Lewis. That's a statement in the question.
The thing that's the most irritating about that question is that the fucking fractions aren't simplified. That's the number one fucking math thing of all time.
I'm pretty sure that
4/6?
I'm pretty sure that first grader...
2 fucking thirds.
I'm pretty sure a first grader is not going to go 2/3 versus 5/6. I don't think that fucking comparison they would be able to make. And they damn sure won't be able to make 2/3 versus fucking 10/12. You know what I mean? Like, anyway, I don't think
2/3 to me is way easier than 4/6.
Yeah, but not when you're comparing it to 5/6. Like, is
Yeah, but
5
you compare.
You know what I mean? That's
I
a
guess.
different sort of
It just
comparison.
irritated me. Simplify your fucking fractions, people. Goddamn.
So the whole part of this that irritates you is that they wrote 4/6 and not 2/3.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I don't really know what to say to that. And I guess you're right. I guess that is if that's the all right. Okay. But anyway, I think the thing that this shows is that teachers in general are increasingly becoming retarded and are
It's because it's not. Well, why would if you were a fucking up and coming smart guy or woman, why would you want to be a teacher?
I'm pretty sure you're a teacher when you get like a history or like political science degree, and you realize that you made a terrible mistake in life. And like, now before I get flamed, obviously, some people do it because like that's what they want to do. But I'm pretty sure a lot of them too.
We call those people unemployed.
No, man. Some people teach because of the passion of teaching, right? Like some people do.
Oh, I thought you were saying the people that got them and didn't want to be a teacher.
Oh, right. You're right. No.
Yeah, we call those people Bernie Sanders supporters.
Right. Exactly. So anyway, yeah. I guess I'm sort of done with that post now. But anyway, I thought it was just retarded. I think that in general, like,
So people got upset over a fucking poorly like designed question. Like what? Who gives a shit?
The internet did. I mean, if I got some shit marked wrong in school too that I was like, what? But
dude, my thing in math that irritated me is that I would like do the problems differently, like than what they would teach.
Like you mean?
Like I would just use like different methods to get.
And then you get mad
I'd get the right answer, but I'd like do it in a different way, like long division versus short division, like that kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. There's different ways to get different answers, or different ways to get the same answer. I mean,
right, but generally, like in my experience in school, like generally, like as long as unless the thing that they were teaching was the method that they wanted to test you on, it didn't really matter like how you went about it. Like you as long as you generated a correct response, you were okay.
See, not all of my teachers were like that. A lot of them were, but some of them just did not like the way that if you didn't do it exactly like this and show your work exactly like this, then they just fucking said no.
That you know when that generally happens the most? When you take classes that are called math. That's when that happens.
Oh, well, I mean that's what they fucking call it for the first what?
They don't call it math when you're in like high school.
Yeah, but they do it when you're in elementary school.
Right, I know. I'm just fucking with you, dude. But I mean that was my experience anyway. Like the only time I can remember that I can think anyway that like they wanted you to see shit was like specifically like some of that long division bullshit.
How high up did you go in math? What's your highest?
I would have had a math major, but
I'm a dumbass.
There's two other classes. I'm my actual major. I have a degree in physics.
Algebra 2, baby. That's where I'm maxing out at.
So I had to take a lot of higher level math for physics, but I had to take. So my senior year, I had most of my credits, and I was in my all of the like senior level physics classes. I had to like fill my schedule with like bullshit, and I could have either filled my schedule with like easy retarded shit to like make it easy on myself, or I could fill it with two more like really hard like higher level math classes. And I was like, I don't really give a fuck about a math degree anyway. Like that's not going to get me anything. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just not going to do it. So I was 2 classes short, but they would have been 2 really hard classes.
Dude, pretty much the last time I actually did school of any kind was like my junior year of high school. Like I don't even count my senior year because I like did nothing. I set up my entire like high school, like I guess experience around making my senior year a complete joke, and that's what I did.
Yeah, most people's. I mean, your senior year. I mean, there's not.
Dude,
I mean, what did you do? Wait, I don't. What did you do? So you went to high school. Did you go to like? Did you go to like college right out, or did you go to like?
I went to 1 year of community college for no fucking reason because I'm a retard, and then I realized that I didn't want to go to community college because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I wanted to pursue YouTube and Twitch and all that shit, and that's what I did.
Okay, so generally your senior year is either super easy or it's like for if you're trying to go do whatever prep for whatever that other thing
it's like
is.
super easy or super hard. There's no in between.
Right. So yeah, but that makes sense. I mean, my senior year wasn't too bad. My senior year at college was a fucking joke, because I pretty much like had a full load in like my first 3 years. I could have graduated in 3, but the Navy was like, we're going to pay you for 4 if you stay full time.
Yeah, why not?
So my 4th year, I took a lot of classes that had 3 things in the name, like plants, plagues, and people, molds, mushroom, man, growing fruit for fun or profit, all on the government's dime while I was at
public. Our tax dollars at work.
It was a good time, dude. It was a good time. And then like interspersed between all that bullshit was like Quantum Mechanics 1. So it was pretty funny. I had like two actual classes and a bunch Russian masterpieces, which was like Russian literature.
That's fucking dumb. Why is that even in class?
I had what was it? Art appreciation. That was a class I took.
Why are these even things?
It's just to make you a well-rounded individual.
How is someone's job teaching that?
Well, because her job is like, I mean, there are people, I think they're crazy, but there are people that are like career like Shakespeare scholars and shit like that. There are career people that are like Russian literary fucking scholars.
I just can't believe that is a fucking job that fits into our economy.
Actually the hardest class, so I have a physics degree. You know the hardest class I took at UF was?
What?
It was coaching offensive football. And let me tell you why. So I took this my junior year. It was a new class, and what it was it was a class you went to, and it was like it was for people, well, number one, it was for all like the football players, just to have something fucking easy to get a good grade in, because school is hard, and let's be honest, they're not really there to learn. So there was they had to come up with classes. So this class was called Coaching Offensive Football, and what it was like if you're majoring in like sports management or like one of those other bullshit degrees, you would take this class, and it was set up so that if you wanted to go coach at like a high school or something like that, you would know how to implement a football offense. You'd be able to come up with an offense for a football team.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a lot more useful than fucking shake whatever the fuck you were talking about.
Russian masterpieces. So I took this class, right? And I'm thinking this is going to be a fucking joke, and it was for like the first like a little bit of it. It was we would go out and like we would have to learn about how to do like a 3-step drop as a quarterback, and then like a 5-step drop and shit like that. And we would go out and just throw around a football, and it was a good time, right? So what I didn't realize was that the people that they had teach this class were the graduate assistants that work on the football team and are trying to make a name for themselves, right?
Oh shit.
So there are people that have like these bullshit degrees that I talked about that are trying to become like get promoted on the coaching staff or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, UF is a big fucking football school, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? So these people like really wanted to get noticed. So they really wanted their class to do well, right? So this guy, I think his name was Evan, took this class way too fucking seriously. And like our final in the class was to create an offensive playbook that you could just hand to somebody teaching at a high school and they could just implement. So we had to draft 25 plays, or no, it was 24 plays, 12 runs, 12 passes, scripted against every conceivable defensive front you can imagine. So like, I don't know if you're a big football guy, but just imagine like a simple, do you play Madden at all?
Yeah, I play it.
Okay, ace formation where you got 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, and a running back and a quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So imagine that, you've got, curl flats on the sides, just super easy symmetrical play, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had to draw that up against 4-3 over, 4-3 under, 3-4 over, 3-4 under, 4-3 like double eagle, cover 2, cover 1, cover 4, all that shit, dude. So like your one play was actually more like 10 to 15 diagrams that we had to come up with times 24. So like this project took some people like months to do this shit. And the class was only like fucking 4 months long or whatever it was. My buddy who took it with me was a physics major. We took it together. He like spent more time on this stupid class getting a good grade than he did like the higher level physics courses. And I didn't take it that seriously. I just kind of like did a couple things and ended up with like a B in the class. But it was like the hardest thing I fucking took at UF was this stupid coaching offensive football thing that was supposed to be a joke.
Wow.
Yeah. Good times. But growing fruit.
So all the like dumbass football players that like took this class just like failed, or I guess they just got good grades because.
Yeah, they got good grades because they're football players.
Yeah.
Right. What are you gonna do? Fail somebody on your fucking football team? That doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's not. I guess that's not how you get a good name for yourself.
that happens at Vanderbilt, which is why Vanderbilt is last in the SEC like every year because they actually.
I didn't even know they were in the SEC. Fuck, that must suck to be them.
Yeah, Vanderbilt is actually
because whenever you hear about people in the SEC, like the SEC is like everyone's good, and then you're just like, wait, what? They're in there? God damn.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's in there.
God, so they have to play like all these fucking savage teams every year?
Yes.
Dude, that's what the fuck, dude? That's like fucked up.
Yeah, I mean when you're going,
what, do they just get blown out? Like are all their seasons just like and whatever?
Bad. Last year, I think they were actually somewhat competitive. Hang on, let's see. Vanderbilt 2015 football schedule. So lost, won, lost, lost, lost.
I'm assuming the teams they beat aren't in the SEC.
They're 4-8. They beat the Austin, PA Governors.
That doesn't sound like an SEC team.
Pretty sure that's like a 1AA team. They beat the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Not an SEC team. I'm pretty sure they're not even a Division I team. They beat Mizzou. That was like their big win because Mizzou is actually, and they beat Kentucky. But Kentucky's terrible, and so is Mizzou. Mizzou actually like had like a racial like stand down at their fucking school.
Oh yeah.
But I can't shit on them too much because they actually almost beat Florida. But anyway, yes, no, they're terrible, and it's because they care about like their academics. So like, if you don't get good grades, like
how dare them? What the fuck is wrong with them?
If Alabama, the only thing you need to be able to do is eat like a fucking 68-pound hamburger in one sitting and just be massive and black, and you'll get in at Alabama. But pretty much every SEC school, but not at Vanderbilt. Not at Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So. Anyway.
1 second, I'm looking at my shit
what
here.
I think too. This is my last thing I wrote down. I was watching. Do you have Netflix? Do you have a Netflix thing?
Yeah.
So, did you watch Daredevil season 2?
I am in the process of watching it.
So, here's my question to Netflix. You're Netflix. You release every season of your shows in one big fucking turd plop on your network, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone binges that shit. Everyone does. I don't care who you are. Why? Number one, I have 2 questions. My first question is, why are there episodes and not just one long, like, 13-hour movie where you can just watch as much as you want and resume it at any time? Secondly is, why is there an opening to every episode?
Oh, I know!
You know, like the Daredevil one
where
it goes through, like,
with the fucking, like, mask getting, like, inked on or whatever?
I don't want to watch that 13 times.
So what they normally do, so if you watch a Netflix show and the intro is always at the beginning, then it'll auto skip it after you watch like 2 episodes in a row. It'll automatically skip past the intro if it's always at the beginning. But if the intro is at different points throughout the episode, so sometimes the Daredevil intro is at the very start, and sometimes it's like 2 minutes into the episode, then they play the intro. Yeah, it's fucking annoying, I agree.
Why is there an intro?
I don't know!
Just be like or Daredevil.
Dude, House of Cards does that shit too, and the House of Cards intro is like super fucking long.
It is. Like, I don't want to hear the little fucking...
I skipped it twice last night. I just fucking fast forward through that shit.
Dude, what you need to do is just release a 13-hour continuous movie and just put the intro at one end and credits at the other end, and then you can just fucking resume it wherever you want. I mean, I guess people do it so that, like, I don't know. You could do it in chapters, but then again, I just don't think you
Yeah,
need.
they just need to,
credits.
Netflix just needs to work on their auto skipping for staggered intros because they have a solution for this, but it only works for shows where the intro is at the start every time, and then it
You could just flag them. Just flag it in like the, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, they should do it. I don't know why they don't. They need to have that as an option or something. Because I mean, they do it for other stuff. Like if you watch any other show where the intro is always at the start, then it'll auto skip it every time, and your show will start like 2 minutes in or however long the intro is.
orange is the new black, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking silly.
Anyway, I was just thinking about that. That fucking Electra chick is hot as shit too.
Yeah, she's fucking nice.
You know that one chick that in Daredevil, the blonde chick that's his,
Yeah.
what's her name? Katie?
No.
Whatever her name is in the show. Karen.
Karen, yeah.
She's from True Blood, and she actually was like on like fucking Tinder or Match or some shit like that, and that's how she met like her fucking dude. Was like online dating before she was famous. You imagine
that's how a lot of people meet nowadays. It's
but not famous actresses and actors.
But she wasn't famous though, was she?
Yeah, I know, but you imagine fucking Jennifer Lawrence when she's like a senior in high school, and then finding out that she was Jennifer Lawrence like later, and you're like the clown that treated her like shit. You're like, God, I'm such an idiot.
Could have had all that money. Shit.
Right.
All that Hunger Games money.
All that Hunger Games could have been mine.
Dude, so did you see the last Hunger Games movie?
No, but I downloaded it from the Pirate Bay and I'm about to watch it. So don't
that
tell
shit
me
is hella gay. Dude,
right.
It's fucking gay.
Oh, I imagine it's not like the best movie.
So the first one was actually, I thought the first like two were actually pretty good. I thought the first one was actually really good. The first Hunger Games movie I thought was pretty good. Unless I'm remembering it wrong.
This is the fourth movie, right? Isn't there?
Dude, it's really fucking gay.
Okay, well, I'm gonna watch it.
I almost
anyway.
didn't finish it. I watched The Martian as well, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah,
did you see
okay.
that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I liked it. It's a little fucking slow some parts, but it's okay.
Yeah. 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 No, I watched The Martian, but I didn't watch Gravity.
Gravity is shit. Gravity is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. That movie is fucking dog shit. Why everyone likes that movie, I have no fucking clue. It's just dumb. I wish Sandra Bullock would have drowned.
In space?
No, when she crash lands onto Earth, she almost drowns. I was hoping that was going to be the end of the movie.
Speaking of a stupid movie, I don't even know the name of it, but I think it was called like Deep Blue or something like that. But it was a movie where like two people are on like a raft for like the entire movie in the water, and in the end like they just like jump off and let sharks eat them. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Terrible. I don't know what I was gonna say, but I fucking forgot. Oh, did you see that sad Affleck thing that I messaged you?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, that was like the viral video of this week.
That's pretty fucking funny. Sad Affleck. I was gonna go see that, but I can't go see movies now that I have a baby, so I just have to wait.
Dude, I haven't seen a movie. Well, the last time I saw a movie was Star Wars with one of my friends. The only reason I went is because it was free. I went to go see it twice. Once in 3D, once in non-3D.
So how do you, of the chicks you've dated, how have you actually met them? Like, what's your MO for like dating, or is it all random?
It's all been random.
Do you do the internet thing?
No, I'm probably gonna get into it though once I get my physique in order.
You don't even need physique, dude. It's the internet.
Yeah, but it helps.
Yeah,
a lot,
right. But
apparently,
what I'm saying is, that's what you need to do, man. Like, what's your? So if you're taking a chick out, right? Like, what's the Zybak fucking master game strategy?
Mini golf.
Mini golf?
Mini golf is like my shit.
Food before or after?
I don't know. I guess it depends. Normally after, I'd say.
So you go mini golf and then you go food. Do you shit on the girl at mini golf, or do you actually like?
Oh yeah.
Shit all over her?
Yeah. Play to win.
Okay.
Interesting. I don't think that's even like. Is that like still a thing where you like let the girl win? I don't think that's actually a thing that like people even want anymore.
No, I don't think
like,
so.
I'm like Tiger fucking Woods at this mini golf thing at this point. Because like, do you do that shit? I guess you don't anymore because, you know, your life is boring and shit now. But
Do I shit on chicks in mini golf?
Yeah, I'll do like the same fucking thing. I'll like if I'm taking a new chick out on a date, I'll do the same like gambit. There's like the mini golf, then let's go eat at this place and go see a movie. Like I'll do the same fucking like routine.
I don't do the same.
Even though I haven't done that in a while. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't do the same food routine. Like I know some people that do. Like they got their staple or whatever. Generally though, yeah, I don't have like I don't have like I do have. Fuck, dude, I never know how loud I can be. I do have like a routine though that like once all the date is over and they're actually at your house, I do have a routine.
Dude, that must be pretty hard to pull off now that you're married.
Yeah, I'm talking about my past life. Well, that's actually how I. No, this worked on my wife too. Believe me, it's just the last time that it worked. I do have a pretty good routine to go from like entering house activities to getting laid. I do have a pretty smooth transition for that I use the same and pretty much works universally. But
see, I'm pretty sure all the chicks that I've dated recently have all been like actually fucking crazy. Because I've been like, I was like a complete slob. Like the last time I've had a girlfriend I was like a complete fucking slob. Like why would any of these chicks want to have gone out with me then? You know?
I don't know. I mean,
like, you can't even answer that. Dude, I was like such a fucking slob.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I've been, like I said in the previous shows, I've been in various states of physical prowess in my dating life, and largely it's unaffected my ability to, I mean, obviously, like, it was easier to do things when I was, like, in the peak of my fitness, but I mean, it was never like difficult. Like, dude, chicks are a lot more like. It depends on what you go after, right? Like you have to go after like.
See, I wasn't really going after anything really. It just sort of happened. Like I think to address that one guy's concern that I'm like some sort of lady killer, I'm not yet, but I'm getting there. I think in 2 or 3 months, dude. I think in 2 or 3 months I'll be all right. That's when my re-entry point is gonna fucking hit, when I get leaned out a little bit more.
Yeah, but so the thing is that like probably why you say that is that the chicks that are like pretty decent looking and are going for a dude that is not is not fucking what's that dude's name? Fuck. The fucking dude who was in The Neighbor with Seth Rogen.
The Disney guy.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Neighbor cast.
Yeah, the blonde hair and the fucking looks like some Final
Zac
Fantasy.
Efron. That's it.
Yeah.
The dudes that aren't fucking Zac Efron, there's a reason, right? And it's probably either they used to be out of shape and they're kind of like sensitive to it, or there's some they want money, or they want there's some mental instability.
I don't think so in my case.
I'm telling you, there is not a chick that's like super. They're very, very rare chicks that are like super fucking like nines that are gonna go for subpar, like physically attractive dudes for no reason. There's always.
I'm not saying for me. I'm saying they were like actually like crazy, and like I don't know. This one chick I dated was really into like me like putting my weight on her wrists. It was like a weird fucking thing. I don't know. Dude, I'm pretty sure.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not gonna let that go. Wait a minute. So she would put her fucking. Where would she place?
So like
hands?
We'd be fucking, and she'd want me on top, but she'd want me to hold her wrists out.
Oh, that's not.
And put all of my weight on her fucking wrists.
Yeah,
and
okay.
It got to the point to where it was hurting my wrists doing it to her, because you know when you're doing push-ups and after you do a bunch, like your wrists start to like almost like shake because you're like the muscles and shit.
I've got it. What I'm telling you is that's a little strange, but that's definitely not as strange.
Her hands would turn like fucking purple, dude.
That's her thing, dude. Whatever. Like some chicks like to be choked, some chicks like to have their hair they're pulled, some chicks like to be.
I'm just saying, like. She must have seen me slurping down fucking Mountain Dews and was probably like, damn, that's going to feel like real good on my wrists.
I'm telling you, the chick that the girl I dated, like after like the tattooed chick when I was in all the bands and shit.
Like how you
Like,
get all quiet, you're like.
all right, listen. She she used to like it. Like she like rough. She wanted me to like pimp slap her fucking titties when we're doing it, dude. Like I mean,
I
like
never had anything go that far.
rear back and like I didn't do it hard enough because I was like, what? I don't know what like you. I don't know what you're trying to get out of this, but like. Just like beat the shit out of her boobies, and like I did it a little bit, but
See,
I was
that's
a
one
little
of those things.
reserved.
I'd be scared because like she would, like I think a lot of women like don't underestimate, like they don't realize how much stronger like dudes are than they are.
I'm pretty sure this chick realized it. She just liked it. So I mean, yeah. So I mean, that's not as weird as some chick putting her wrists on a fucking chair and being like, "Please sit on them."
No, no, no. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like I don't know. It
It's
wasn't.
not.
It wasn't that in the grand scheme of things. Comparing it to other things, it wasn't that weird. But like, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason why I was hooking up with like decent looking chicks when I was a slob is because they had some weird fucking thing about it. Because I was a fucking slob, man. Like compared to me now, and
Yeah,
like, what the fuck? I don't know.
yeah. My thing is like, I don't know, dude. Like, for me, it's more mental. Like, if I'm not like, it doesn't matter how hot the chick is. Like, if I'm not thinking that like I'm in like a right state of physicalness in mind, I don't really get into it myself. So it's like I usually don't. When I
Yeah,
was
I think
like
that's
most
kind of
out
where
of
I'm at
shape,
right now. Like, I'm waiting until the fucking like the product is like finished in terms of like me leaning out, and right now I can sort of see like my abs coming in, and I'm like, oh fuck yes, it's fucking happening, dude. It's
you're in
fucking
a
happening.
you're in a plenty fine state to go out and pursue some.
Yeah, but I'm only like 2 months away from being like two to three. I don't know how long it's gonna take for me to lean out the rest of the way, but I'm at the point to where like I can flex my stomach in the mirror and it's like I can see it coming in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that you need to. Once you go out and do that, you're gonna need to tell everybody about it
tell everybody about
on
what?
on the show about your dates and how they go
Oh yeah,
and what you
sure,
do
sure. I don't care.
and you're in the pimp.
I'm
You know,
pretty sure it's
that-
gonna be a whole fucking lot easier, considering my method previously was the crocodile method of sit in a swamp and wait for some poor chick to fucking accidentally step in, and then you ride that out for a short period of time until it ends.
I
Because
told
that
the
was my
story
previous
about.
method. I think a lot of people think that I was like that I like am like some sort of or like that one guy in the comments was like Zybak lying about all this lady killing he does, and no, I haven't been with that many chicks, but I have been with some pretty good looking chicks for very short periods of time.
Yeah, until they. Yeah, right.
But that
I
wasn't
don't.
due to my own merit. That was due to them making a mistake and me
I did
being
tell that story about
a
that
fucking
one chick
slob.
that I wanted to tell her about Jesus, right? The drunk chick that I,
What?
she was, I didn't. I remember I think I told the story about how me and a friend went out with a girl and her roommate, and they were both really hammered, and the one chick was like really really drunk, but like my buddy was a Christian, and like she started talking all about Jesus.
Oh my
And like
god.
I just didn't want any of that to happen, but I really wanted to have sex with this chick. So I was like, just come fall asleep in my room. I'll tell you all about Jesus while you go to sleep. And she's like, really? And I'm like, yeah. Don't even worry about it. Like this hallway right here leads to your salvation. And it was like my master plan to like get her in there and then just yeah. I don't want to say anything else that'll incriminate me, but
Wow.
by the way, my no, I don't like that. I don't. I actually didn't have sex with her. But I thought I was going.
Okay.
That was my thing to get her into my room. Was just like, because she was in a state where I guess she was hammered and like feeling bad about her life, and like my roommate was like a super Christian person. And he started talking to her about Jesus, and then all she
Yeah,
wanted
see,
to
that was
talk about
that was like the
Jesus.
fucked up shit I would do as well.
So I
Like
I
I
totally
would go
tried
to
sneeze
parties
it,
and not get drunk just to like I don't know. I did
preying
some
on the drunk chicks.
pretty much. Like I
Yeah.
would be like, "Oh man, you got into a fight with your boyfriend? That's really fucking unfortunate. I'll be the guy that's there.
I'm that rebound. It's okay. I can take it. Yeah, I got it.
It wasn't even so much of like a. I guess rebound. I don't know. I don't know if it's the right term for it, but
it's definitely the right term.
Maybe it is. But it was like such a short like period of time, where like they'd be like at the party and like be like, and to my credit, like some of these dudes were like straight up savages to these chicks and be like, fuck you. And like just be real dicks. And I'm by no means like some guy that like puts women up on a pedestal, but some of these dudes were just like actually just real fucking jerks.
You know what's funny?
So they made my job easy as fuck.
What's funny is I had a buddy in the Navy. And do you ever read Neil Strauss's book? God, that's his name is Neil Strauss, but he's I forget what his book is called. Neil Strauss book. It's called The Game, Penetrating the Society of Pickup Artists. So this guy Neil Strauss, do you ever see that show on VH1 called The Pickup Artist?
No.
It was an older show. There was a guy, his name was Mystery, and that's what he went by. And he was like
what a fucking douche.
Yeah, but
come on.
Listen, just actually, if you really want to see him, Google this guy, Mystery.
What's your name? Mystery. What a fucking douchebag.
Do you want to see him? Here's his picture.
Dude.
Here's his picture.
100% this dude looks like a fucking douchebag. I'm calling it. That looks like the kind of guy that would call himself Mystery. What a fucking cocksucker.
So anyway.
Call me Mystery.
Anyway, listen. This is a good story, actually. I'm sad that I'm telling you.
Is this dude in prison now for like some sort of horrible crime?
No. Hang on.
I feel like he has to be.
Hang on, fucker. So like this guy, this Mystery guy, so Neil Strauss was a guy that he was writing a book about pickup artists, right? And like really good pickup artists. So he heard about this guy Mystery that was like the world's foremost like pickup artist authority. Like this guy was like the super fucking uber pickup fucking god, right? So he goes to interview him, and he gets intertwined in this. This is a true story. He gets intertwined in this society, and there's like a group of people that what they do is they practice something called NLP, which is something linguistic programming.
MLP?
Neuro linguistic.
Oh, I thought you meant My Little Pony. I was like, this got way more interesting.
No, not MLP. Neuro-linguistic programming, and what that is there are like neurological processes in your brain and your language and behavior patterns, and if you can pick up on those things in a person and you can use them and manipulate them, you can get people to do what you want them to do. So these pickup artists studied this NLP technique and would use it on women and found that pretty much it didn't matter what they look like, but I mean these guys look okay. I mean the Mystery guy looks like a fucking clown show, but the Neil Strauss guy doesn't look too terrible. But they can pick up pretty much any woman they want using these techniques, right? So this Neil Strauss guy tells a story about when he basically stole Scott Baio's girlfriend from him at a party.
This sounds using these fucking techniques. Dumb. I'm sorry.
No, hang on. This
sounds like some shit trying to sell like books.
No, it's not. It's not. I'm telling you. Just let me finish my story. So this guy is like a super good pickup artist, right? And they had a show on VH1 and blah, blah, blah. But his techniques, my buddy in the Navy, he got into this shit, this NLP shit, and he did not look bad by any stretch. He was a former gymnast. I mean, he looked like a pretty studly dude. So he had that going for him. But I've seen some studly dudes that fucking couldn't get laid to save their life other than just going off their fucking abs, which works, but it doesn't work on everybody. This guy got into this shit, right? This guy I used to know in the Navy. I'm telling you that he could pick up any fucking chick you point her out. And we did this. We would take this guy to bars and we would be like, hey, that chick over there. And she would be like some chick we never thought in a million years this dude could get. He would be making out with her within 5 minutes. It was fucking incredible, dude. Like the shit that this guy could do with chicks. I went out with him one time and took him to a bar, and he was just talking to this chick, and she was like in her 40s, but she was like hot like a cougar, and we were like in her early 20s, and I just saw him do it, and like the smoothness that he fucking employed, like this chick was eating out of his fucking palm in minutes. It was pretty incredible. I don't know why I'm telling you this story. There
Yeah,
was a
me
point
neither.
there was a point to it, but you should read that book. Um, I think
Mm.
it would think it was about your technique and like picking our average. No, it was average Joe's picking up chicks. So I guess you can either be good at it or the chick can have like some sort of thing where
I think a
you're
lot
like,
of it's just a numbers game at the end of the day, where you just have to like not be afraid to get shot down, because fuck it, who cares?
yeah. I mean, easier said than done though. Not everybody likes
Well, luckily I'm a fucking hardened veteran of doing YouTube for 5 years, and there's nothing that anyone can say that'll get under
Yeah.
my skin anymore. Fucking, I'm like
Then
an
post a
actual
video if
psychopath
that's
at this
true.
point.
If that's true, then post a video where you hide a camera on yourself and just go nonchalant hit on the hottest chick in the bar.
That
And just
actually
get
sound
fucked
well. See,
up.
I don't go to bars, but that sounds like some
Okay.
shit that would be interesting. Oh, do they make cameras small enough?
Yeah, they make a pin camera. I used to work as a private investigative intern in college, actually, and pin camera, and that's how we used to film people. Actually,
Is the
remind me to tell
quality
that
good?
story.
Like, is the audio good and shit?
Yeah, dude.
Because obviously this would be something, I don't know, maybe. Oh, see, but this is one of those things I could actually get in trouble for, like
What? No, you can't.
legally, because you're not allowed to film people and like put it up on YouTube without their permission, and it's fucking this whole thing. That's why all those like shows are fake.
Uh, well, no, or they get a release afterwards. Um,
But that's why a lot of them are fake. It's because it's easier to fake it than to go through all those fucking loopholes and shit.
Remind me to tell that story because I'm gonna actually let me put it on here. I'm gonna tell it at a different time about my PI internship in college because it was pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. A lot of chicks do things for a lot of different reasons, and you can certainly be a slob and pull down some hot ass. You just generally can't. You're not gonna pull down a chick that's like a 9 or a 10 and really takes care of herself.
Well,
You're not.
I've never
You're not gonna.
pulled down a 9 or a fucking 10. Let's be real.
Well, you're not. You're not gonna pull down like a 7 or an 8 either. She really takes care of herself.
I gotta.
And doesn't have some. Hang on. Hang on. And doesn't have some like. I don't mean it in a psychotic way, but some serious like issues. Like either she was.
Yeah, no, I
She
would.
lost
Yeah,
a
I
lot
would
of
say it.
weight, or she has like really bad insecurities, or because I mean,
The only
chicks that
times
are-
I've gotten with, I would say, a few eights, but it wasn't due to my merit. It was due to the situation and me exploiting the fuck out of it.
right, exactly,
And then it promptly ended.
right, exactly. So anyway,
But yeah, that was whatever.
dude, it's good, dude. You need to you need to broaden your fucking horizons, bro. I'll send you a copy of this book, and you can read
Dude,
it.
I
It's
feel like
good.
I just feel like a lot of that shit is just garbage that people
It's
say to
not.
sell books and
It's
to
not,
like
though. It's a
sell
true story.
products to men that are like so desperate.
I'm generally I would agree with you. It's not a penis enlarging pill, but this guy doesn't. This book isn't. It's the book is not teaching you how to do the things. The book is recounting his experience.
I don't give a
trying to
fuck
culture.
about some guy. Just I don't know.
I mean, it's interesting, dude. Like it's
I don't know. You tell me about a TV show on MTV, and I'm just like, I'm
no. That's
gone.
what the guy That's not him. That's the other guy. Finally ended
Mystery.
up doing that, dude.
Call me Miss. Like I just don't
What I'm
give
telling
a
you
fuck
is
about
what I
some
tell.
guy that
I
calls
wouldn't believe
himself
it either.
Mystery.
But I'm telling you, this guy that I was with in the Navy with, I saw him do, and I didn't know what he was doing at the time because I was just seeing what he was doing. But I saw him do some things that I was like, "That's some. Where did he fucking pick that shit up?" And when I read this guy's book, and he didn't recommend me the book or anything, I don't even know where I heard about this guy's book from. But I read it and I was like, "Holy shit!" And then it struck my memory is that's what this guy was doing by like just dumb like one of the things he did was what was it? He'd be like, listen, I want to play. After he had the chick like kind of like rolling with him a little bit, like he had gotten her sort of warmed up, and she was like digging him. The thing that actually got her to make out with him was like he said, I want to play a game with you, but you have to like agree or something to the rules. And she was like intrigued, right? Obviously, because she's a chick, and that's what they do. They get intrigued. And like one of the things I'm not going to tell it perfectly because I don't really remember it, but it was a game where pretty much if she gets an answer right, of the 3 questions that he's going to ask. He's going to ask her 3 questions, and if she gets it right, then she has to kiss him or something.
It just sounds.
It sounds.
It sounds fucking like
just
some movie bullshit. Like,
I'm telling you, I've seen it work.
This dude was probably just more of a natural than anything. Like, I doubt some stupid fucking
he was,
book.
and I did say that. I said that number one, he didn't read the book. This is just the shit that he, I guess, picked up how to do. Number two, he was a better than average looking dude who was in shape. So he had.
Yeah, that probably helps a fucking lot. By the way,
it does. It does, but it doesn't put him on the level that I knew that this guy was on. And I mean, we can argue about it if you want, but I'm telling you, is this guy was.
I'm just saying, some stupid fucking book by some guy that calls himself Mystery.
It wasn't his book.
Whatever, dude. It's still fucking dumb. Like, it's designed to sell a product to, like...
But it isn't. That's number one. Number one, I'll concede with you. It's not the coolest thing in the entire world. But number two, that NLP techniques are proven to be effective.
Oh, I'm sure there are. But, like, it's not going to turn you into some sort of, like, demigod. Like, you obviously need to put the work into yourself. Like, it's not going to work if you're some, like, slob. It's just not going to.
Dude, if you're the fucking who's the dude on Austin Powers that ate the fucking chicken? Yeah, if you're that guy, obviously not. But there are things that to think that you can't study on how to be smoother with women.
I'm just saying, like, you saying it like that this guy was some sort of demigod because he knew these techniques. It's just like incorrect. I think that he would have still done very well if he was.
Before you adopt a stance, you should at least read it, which you won't. So that's fine. You can take whatever stance you want. But I'm telling you is that the book is not about mystery. It's not about all that shit. It's about a dude penetrating a society and getting intertwined in it and the things that he picked up and how he used to be. And it's a true story. So, I mean, you can take from what you want. But I knew a dude who was smooth as fucking buttery fuck. And
well, those people just exist.
Sure. Okay. And do a lot of the same sort of things. Yeah. Like, you can be good at picking up women, and you'll do naturally a lot of do a lot of the same things. But yes, I agree with you.
You can't stump the Trump, man.
I don't. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
It comes full circle.
Right.
All right. Well, you want to call it? We're right at 3 hours. I think. Yeah, we're right at, like, close to 3 hours.
All my buddies, by the way, are like, dude, you tell way too many fucking... Like, you're going to get fucking... You should not tell as many personal stories. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like, this is, like, a forum for me to, like, tell my, like, fucking... I don't give a shit. What is somebody on the internet going to be like, Mr. Black Man judging white women? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, tell me I'm fucking weird. I mean, I haven't told, like, half my fucking incriminating stories.
Oh, fun.
So
see, I don't have that many stories that aren't like internet related, like shenanigans I've done. Most of the bad shit I did was in school.
I think the worst thing I've ever done. I debated last month in the last podcast telling the story, but like pretty sure it's probably like ranked like one of the worst things I've ever done. But it wasn't my fault. I don't think I can tell this story, so I'm going to debate it for a few more weeks to see if I can. I think your listeners would appreciate it, though.
Yeah, I think the worst thing I've done in terms of affecting the most amount of people was definitely the server crashing with the Swifty thing back in the day.
Dude, you bring down a video game server is the worst thing you've ever done?
I brought down all of it for days. My actions like caused a game that had, at that point, 12 million people playing it to like just not be able to play anymore. Like a $1 billion corporation was brought to his knees by some fucking little pimply slob in fucking Southwest Virginia that thought it would be hilarious to crash all the servers.
I mean, yeah, that's a minor inconvenience. But let's say that you had drunk raped a chick. I mean, obviously that's worse, and I haven't. I'm just gonna clarify.
I don't know. Swifty getting banned, rape.
Right, drunk
50-50, man. It's up in the air.
Banning someone's
getting Swifty's World of Warcraft account banned temporarily. Rape.
I agree.
You need to reconsider the ramifications of Swifty getting banned. Did you see the black and white Athene video?
The what?
No, I was joking. I was being extreme, trying to compare rape victims to Athene's cry sad music videos.
That whole drunk rape thing, man. I just I'm gonna clarify that I haven't done it, but I've been inebriated and had sex with similarly inebriated chicks that I would say definitely walks the fucking line of what's right in the world.
I don't know.
I mean, I was banging an English chick one time that was I just wanted to. I mean, wasn't really that into her, but I wanted to do it to check it off my life list of like things that I've done. And we were both in some sort of state of hammered, and she may have sort of kind of passed out in the middle of it. I was like, I was at a crossroads. I was like, do I keep going or do I stop? Because she's clearly not conscious right now. I was like,
yeah, that might be one of the ones you save and maybe not tell that one.
well, I mean,
I don't. I think out of consciousness is probably the line.
Well, she wasn't when we started.
What is this? Wait, is this some shit where like, well, if you get the shot off before the buzzer, it still counts? Like
exactly, dude. The ball's in the air, dude. What are you gonna do? Dude? It's going on. Yeah. Just for clarity, I did not proceed with that, by the way. So I'm just saying, like, it's, the whole drug thing walks the line a little bit. I mean, if you're like a predator, like you know, like some people cough who are fully sober and go to a bar just to like clean up the fucking drunk waste at the end of the night. Yeah, that's fucking skis. But we were both. Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
It's in the show.
Dude, yeah, I should probably stop.
I think there's a knock at the door. I don't know. That sounds like the SWAT team.
Oh, we gotta go, guys. It's the police.
Right. You know what's funny is I bet you if Panzer ever watches your fucking
oh my
podcast,
god, dude, she would fucking flip shit. Some asshole's gonna link it to her, 100%.
What's funny is I'm pretty sure because of how angry she gets, she gets more like trolly, hateful comments. Because you see,
dude,
like,
that's the thing. No one hates me anymore. Like, well, I'm upset that I don't get hate comments anymore. Where is the fucking hate?
I don't know.
Like, the only hate comments I get are like the sarcastic ones where it's like, "Hey Zybak, you faggot! I love the podcast. Keep up the good work." It's like that's the like I haven't gotten any like vitriolic like hate in a really long time. Outside of like the SJW shit on Twitter, which is like not really count because they hate everybody. It's like low hanging fruit.
Right.
I miss it.
I actually, I think the only person that I think has ever blocked me on Twitter is PvP Online. You know that cartoonist?
Oh, is that the one that you guys had on your podcast that was like what a fucking little faggot, honestly.
Who didn't know, like, who said he sided with like certain hosts on our show that like weren't even those same people. Yeah, he blocked me. So.
Dude, what kind of weak motherfucker blocks somebody on Twitter? Like what kind of pathetic piece of shit do you have to be like, oh no,
take it?
I can't even take the pixels. Like right. I can't even fathom you looking at my Twitter unless you go into incognito mode.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. Yeah, we're
rambling at this point. She does still follow me on Twitter, so good for her. She did not rage unfollow me like I figured she would. But anyway,
yeah,
I have no hate for her, but I'm not racist just because I'm stating facts that are factually true. Sorry. Yeah, right. That's the thing that irritates me the most is if you even say that 51% of Muslims believe in Sharia law, that makes you a racist. It's not race. That's just a fucking thing. That is true.
Well, yeah, but I think I think we disagree about your policy on how to treat all Muslims. But I would not say that you are.
Wait. Repeat to me back my policy. What is my policy? Because I'm curious how you interpreted it.
Well, I think you pretty much said that you would not be against preventing Muslims from entering the country. Just putting an all stop to Muslims.
It's not so much that it's just some of them.
Was that or was that not your policy? Because I believe that we ruled that was your
I don't
policy.
want the fucking refugees coming in mass. That's what I don't want.
Right.
If some Muslim from Australia, some rando Muslim in Australia that's there, that's like the tycoon of the kangaroo industry, decides that he wants to come to America, fine. Great. Bring your money and kangaroos over here. Yay.
Okay. Right. Okay. You're not going to get me to disagree about facts because I agree with you. Facts are facts.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly going to not debate with you whether or not most radical groups are fucking Muslim and Islam because they fucking are. That's just truth. But I think beyond that, how we handle it is certainly delicate. But anyway, we'll talk about it.
I will concede to the point that it is complicated. I don't know if that's the right answer or not. Like letting them in. Like, it's not just... I think we can both agree that it's not as simple as just letting them in. Right? Like, in mass, like Germany.
You talking about... Well, I don't know. Let's just say... Let's hold... I think the topics of Muslims, we just need to hold for another week, too, because it's a big topic that, you know...
Yeah.
I mean, I agree with you that it's not simple. But... Right. I think that's what I'll agree with you, is that it's not simple. But a lot of things aren't simple, dude. Like, that's why, like... You know, that's why I think that politicians, when they say that they have all the answers to things and just need to fucking calm down.
Wait, you're telling me that Donald Trump doesn't have all the fucking answers?
No!
Because he's told me that he's got all the answers.
Right. And if he says he has all the answers...
dude. I went to that Trump rally.
Eventually he does. Exactly.
Dude, it's going to be great. Everything is going to be great and better than ever.
Fucking lose.
What?
When you lose the bet and we don't have President Trump.
Dude, he's not going to be president for long. He's going to be fucking king. You realize that, right?
Right.
I'm kidding. No, I'm not.
Right.
But it's going to happen.
Got it.
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed Hive Mind number... What is this? 19? 18?
19, I think.
19. Yeah, check us out on SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, all of the things. Hope you guys enjoy the show, and we'll see you again next week.